Alrighty then. We are live. We are back. Whole gang is here. Slim Bones. I am Devo. We got the Red Corner Sunday Night Live, Sunday Night Baseball. A lot has happened since we've last got together, right? I do want to debrief a little bit on obviously our watch along with Amanda. That was awesome, right? We'll talk about that. We got a lot of exciting events coming up, right? We have an Ortlibs watch party, not to be confused with a watch along. So we'll actually be at Ortlibs in Northern Liberties doing a watch party. We're excited for that. But gentlemen, I had an awful Phillies weekend. And I want to just kind of start this stream, talk about my Phillies weekend. I want to hear about your weekends. I know you guys have been bouncing around Philly, Wildwood, etc. So this is how my weekend went. So the Philadelphia Art Museum just rolled out this new Rocky exhibit, which you might have seen it, right? It's been all over on the media. It's really cool, right? It's just celebrating kind of like the making of the Rocky statue, the Rocky history, a lot of Philly boxing history integrated, a lot of Joe Frazier, a lot of the Executioner, Hopkins. So it's a lot of really nice boxing history involved, right? I went to that with my wife shortly thereafter. Perfect timing. Go to Fairmount, hit a bar up. Yankees, Phillies, first game of the series. Obviously, snooze fest game, right? Small bar the entire time. There's these three Yankees guys that are acting like this the first time they've ever watched a baseball game before, right? So I've been getting crushed by them the whole time, just cheering. The fourth inning was a solo home run by named
Paul Goldschmidt.
Goldschmidt, yeah, first baseman. Thank you. And they're acting like it was the World Series Game 7. So whatever, that was annoying. Yesterday, I go to the game by myself. My wife gets sick last second, couldn't find a replacement. I'm looking at it like this. I'm not going to sell my ticket to some, Yankees fan for $300, and then I'm part of the problem at that point, right? So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go to the game. I'm going to have extra space. I'm going to sit there and have a good time. Didn't have a good time, obviously, because of the result. I'm sitting around some Yankees fans, whole time chirp, 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 chirp city. So worst nightmare for us, right? We'll talk about the fan base. We'll talk about the season tickets, all that stuff. How we doing? Where are you guys at general vibe?
General vibes are down. 3 straight series losses, as we all know. So the vibes are down, down, down. But back to those Yankees fans for a moment, those New York fans.
Yeah.
Do you think, first off, do you think they're actually New Yorkers? And second, how much is this is due to the Knicks winning their world championship in basketball? Now they're leaning into just the obnoxiousness,
100%. No, they're definitely feeling themselves from that. There's no doubt about it. And I said it on Twitter. I saw a ton of what I was calling a house divided, right? So there was a lot of like Phillies fans with Yankees fans, like couples, a lot of split parties, which in that always leads me to believe you're not actually from New York.
Right.
I saw a lot of that.
Northern Jersey, they're from Jersey. It's like, oh, well, we cheer for the Yankees,
100%.
Maybe it's some of that stuff. I can definitely see it.
Front runners from the 90s.
Exactly.
The 90s teams.
I was down Center City Friday and Saturday night hanging out with my cousin from California. He was staying at the Ritz-Carlton. We got dinner there.
Nice. Baller.
Both nights, actually. And tons of Yankee fans. Tons and tons and tons of Yankee fans. Nobody was acting out, but, yeah, they were constantly coming in all night.
Yeah, Friday was definitely a snooze fest for me down the shore watching the game. And then last night, kind of the same thing.
Right.
There's just they got no life on the offensive side, and they need to find it. I don't know if they're waiting for a trade for them to get going or what.
I know.
But I guess they need another wake-up call, like after they fired Topper. They got that wake-up call, so maybe they need a trade to make something happen now.
They're either 29th or 30th in baseball, I think, in on-base percentage.
Yeah, they were last for a lot of the week. That was the stat that was getting thrown around there. Obviously, that changes every day. But, the offense has been horrible, right? We saw the runners in scoring position stats. We saw the on-base percentage stats.
Well, which leads to these boring-ass games, when no one's getting on whatsoever. So we're honestly talking about the worst of the worst. When you have old heads who talk about the product of the boom or bust,
Yeah.
well, the Phillies are the worst of that right now, right? Because there's zero boom, there's zero slug, there's zero home runs, especially with Schwarber. He has 1 home run in 12 games,
Right.
right? And then we're maximizing, we're optimizing the wrong stuff, the strikeouts. We're striking out over a quarter of the time, which is terrible to watch. It's just like, I mean, if you're watching it with your father-in-law, like I often do, people are losing their minds. People are losing their goddamn minds, and they're asking simple questions. Why not just put these balls in play any which way?
Right. What did you think of that bunt attempt early in the game? I texted that. It was who was that? It seemed odd. Do you recall that? It was like, I think it was like the second or third inning, 2-out bunt attempt. We had a guy on first. It was Hill, Eric Hill.
Was this last night or Friday?
That was
Because I missed like beginning of both games.
Got it.
Yeah,
that one threw me off.
It was odd. It's desperate.
Right. That's why I brought that up, Slim, because your point on can we do anything right made us maybe remember that. Yeah, the two things that
what
you said.
What about Marshawn popping up?
Marshawn, the injury. That's brutal too, right? Yeah.
Dude. He popped one up, and I was like, gosh.
On the bunt.
On the bunt. Yeah, dude. That was rough, dude. That was not fun to see.
No. So, chat, if you are new here, this is our watch along, right? So these are laid back. We got 2 monster giveaways. We got the Bryce Harper Funko, and we got the Phillies snapback, right? So the size doesn't matter. It's going to fit your head regardless. So, chat, Slim and Bones, as always, will decide best comments. We're going to mute you there for a second here. Slim and Bones. Whoa, did I mute the wrong thing there? That was odd. Why did that not work? I just muted you. It didn't mute you. You got to do it? Interesting. All right. Well, anyway, so Slim and Bones will decide the best giveaway tonight, right? So the best comments, best question, giveaway. And we got, again, reminder, we got the Bryce Harper Funko, and we got the snapback hat here. I already see some chat activity here from Steve the Legend. Shout out, Steve. Love to see it.
What's happening, Steve?
Jay Sprawls, love to see it. The men, two of our OG Red Riders in the chat, love to see that. So if you're new here, guys, we eclipsed 1,600 subscribers on YouTube, right? These aren't those fake Instagram. Well, look, we'll take our Instagram followers. We'll take them all. But YouTube subscribers, it's not the same thing, right? Right, Slim? We had a scratch and claw. We had a scratch and claw for them.
Yeah, every little thing's a different job.
Right. So hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. You know the deal. It helps. Jenna, I just want to do, before we transition to Slim shout-outs and before the game starts in about 10 minutes, I just want to see where we're at, right? Like, generally speaking, I said the Phillies stock is the lowest it's been since Rob Thompson was fired. Where are you at on that, Slim? Then Bones, jump in.
Yeah, so I'm at, everyone knows I wasn't the Nick Castellanos guy. And I don't think we have a Nick Castellanos curse, but let's look at what's going on here. We had Nick Castellanos. He was due $20 million. We let him walk, right? Since then, Garcia came in.
Right.
And frankly, his production at the end of his tenure was worse than Castellanos, right? It is what it is. We weren't getting anything out of right field. Then they get rid of Mattingly. Well, actually, they get rid of Mattingly first, right? Or not Mattingly.
Thompson.
They get rid of Topper, which Castellanos was basically calling for the whole time. They go on this run, proving Castellanos' point a little bit. Then Garcia gets hurt. That's an extra $10 million down the friggin' drain. We now have 3 platoon outfield positions. And long story short, the Phillies are at the lowest it's been, not just this year, but probably in the last couple of years.
Well, I think when Topper was fired, it was lower than we are now.
It was too early, though.
Well, dude, I mean, you just fired your manager in the first month, and we were, 10 games below 500 at that point already? That was pretty crazy.
It is, but due to it being March, literally some of those games being in March, it wasn't like that. And due to us doing that before and going on a run, It wasn't. I
So
didn't
just to be
feel
clear, you think you're feeling worse now than you did when Topper got fired. That's okay, but
100%. 100%.
all
When
right,
Topper got
interesting.
fired, I was interested in investing in the Phillies at a price, and now I'm 100% selling Phillies. Absolutely selling Phillies. The only reason you shouldn't have saw at this moment is due to the trade deadline. Right,
Which we'll
that's the
talk
only
about that.
that's the only saving grace right now. Everything else is red alarm, and the biggest red alarm is this: where is Sanchez going to be? We're going to get Sanchez tonight, and we need Sanchez to be neck to neck. He needs to be a top 5, top 10 NL pitcher, right? I think that's something we need. And his strikeouts, he gets about 7. The odds have him around 6.5, 7. We need him to strike guys out more. We need more strikeouts because he's getting a lot of hits, and our defense sucks. So
our defense sucks, right?
And he needs to know that. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is definitely a lower point.
Interesting.
Going back to just because of where we're at in the season.
Right.
Like Chris,
no, I get
Chris
that.
said,
I
it's
get that
early,
argument. I get that
early.
argument.
Like the bats aren't really hot. We're coming off the World Baseball Classic, so we weren't really around. Like guys were running around the team and stuff like that. But this is hitting season, and they're not hitting. So this is. But hopefully they get it out of the way now, and then maybe in the playoffs they will be hitting because that's when they usually go ghostly like this with the bats.
Well, that's
get it out of the way early.
And that's the other thing. And the Phillies have often started slow after all-star breaks, right? We just had a bunch of guys participate in it. So how much of it is that? Is there like a little hangover from the all-star break? Maybe it's only going to be a week or a 2-week thing here. And then we get back to our normal schedule programming. But I would categorize that as an excuse, frankly, because it's the same trends that we've seen long term.
All right. I want to kind of dig into both of your feelings a little bit more. So just to be clear, you both feel worse right now than you did when Rob Thompson was fired. Reason being, there was more time ahead. I get that. So let me ask you this. Do you feel like the chances of making the playoffs are lower now than they were when Rob Thompson was fired?
Yes.
And be careful. Really? All right. Shit, so you're tripping.
I mean, they're not. So apps like technically no, right?
Because they're in the playoffs right now.
Because they're in the playoffs right now. They're in a good spot. But I think I think projecting out that if I had to bet, and I think the numbers back me up, that if you look at their run differential, they're minus 18 on the year in run differential. With that run differential, they should have 5 more losses.
Yeah.
So
well, here's the thing that's happening right now. The law of averages are completely catching up, right? The fifth starter has been comedy show all year, and then Brandon Marsh is, what is he batting, like 230 now on the year? I mean, that's crazy. What's he batting on the year? Is it 240?
No, he's not down to 240, is he? There's no way.
I just saw it.
No, he's batting 287.
No, 287. I'm sorry. I was looking at below him. Trey Turner. Trey Turner's batting 242. Sorry. But
his career is 265.
Right. I mean, but he went down up from 340 down to 287. So that's a huge swing.
And now we're at the point where Mattingly is going to be benching them against lefties.
Right. Right.
Because he hasn't hit them.
And there was people throwing around, would you give him a 5-year, $100 million extension on Twitter? And he's already a platoon player in July, which that's crazy that he's already a platoon player. It really is. Like, what do you guys think about that? Like, do you think his leash should have been a little bit longer? He has stunk, but it's pretty crazy.
No, not really. Not really. It is what it is, but no, I don't think so.
Okay.
It's funny because one narrative is fluid is what does Manley do that's different, right? Is he shorter with the pitchers? We've seen that a little bit. Whatever. And the one thing that was happening was he was letting the guys play every day, letting Stop play every day, letting March
Right.
play every day. But now law of averages are making him look again, in my opinion, a lot like Topper.
Yeah. So, all right, we're gonna be doing this stream for about 3 hours, so we can talk about this a lot. So before we start, let's start Slim shout outs at the top of the game. Okay, we'll do that first pitch. But I want to talk about some trade targets, right? So I saw today that it was reported that the Phillies had a scout at the Nationals game for Foster Griffin, left-handed pitcher. What do you think about that? Any other names that have on your mind? I want to talk about that Red Sox Nationals trade a little bit too. That's a fun one. What do you think about that, Bones?
Yeah, they definitely need a pitcher, and they want somebody that can they can use. It's been reported that they can use in the playoffs to start a game.
Right.
So obviously, Aaron Nola isn't getting that leverage this year if they were to make the playoffs. But yeah, to me, I think they got to get a bat before I think they go after a starter. I think they can go after like a lower end starter,
right,
where they don't need to pay as much. But I think they definitely need to get a bat. And then these reports out there that Buxton would accept a trade to Philly is intriguing. Yeah, and it's just everybody's reporting that Dombrowski's not. He knows this team's window is closing, so he's going to go out there to get. He's going to be an aggressive buyer at the deadline. Yeah, so
he's going all in. Yeah,
I'm all for it, and I just want them like they made that trade. The Red Sox, they just got off a 15-game winning streak.
I know.
So they're the first team to make a trade because they want to get out there early, and they did so by improving their bat for a former Philly.
Yeah, I know. That's why we got to talk about that, right? Obviously, Curtis Mead, who was traded for Christopher Sanchez, his name gets thrown out there all the time. Honestly, he was like a punchline forever, right? This is a weird turn of his story arc. Kind of exciting for him. Shout out to Curtis Mead for the resilience there. Now, I think the Red Sox lost this trade, but I'm also a big component of when you have an abundance of a position, it's okay to lose a trade based off value, which is exactly what happened here, right? The Sox have a lot of arms. They said on a value basis, okay, we'll lose this. We're going to get something back.
Yeah, but when you say
and he's on the IL now too.
Right.
And it shortens the value they're losing because they're getting an immediate impact player in a playoff race, right? To a guy. So it's like because most of the value is tied up in his longevity of the contract.
That's a good point. No, that's the counter. My biggest thing is you're getting Curtis Mead, who's basically shown you who he is right now for 4 months of his career. That's it.
Yeah, so, lightning in a bottle type thing. Has a great season because he was definitely a guy. Like you said, it's a funny change of events with Sanchez and him. And the Nationals have been a fun team. They scored 8 or something runs again. So today,
right?
And the way I look at it, going all the way back to Bones, though, it's tough to be all in when all right, if it's Aiden Miller and Andrew Painter for Brian Buxton, what we're now doing is kind of like that.
Is there a name on this show that gets butchered more than Byron Buxton in Red Corner history? By the way, myself and Slim included. So, Bones, what do you think?
That's a good one.
Yeah,
Brian. That's. I think it's the first time. It's all different too.
Yeah,
it's always different.
The Byron was always making me say Byron Buxton. That's what I kept on doing. Sorry to interrupt. Keep going.
No. You guys know it's so. The point being is once we trade those two, now our top infield prospect is the kid we just drafted, right?
Spangler.
That's point one, and then point two is what if we get Buxton and then he's not hitting? Because then now we're still losing games.
Well, what do you mean by that? Because that could happen with any trade, right?
Right. So that's why the priority for a starting pitcher. I see that argument over a hitter sometimes
Oh, I'm with you on that.
Because of that consistency. Because you might trade these prospects for a guy who then can't hit. And now Buxton's the crown jewel, right? But what if it's not Buxton? And the guy
Right.
can hit. That's a nightmare scenario, and it has happened.
So this is the situation that the Phillies find themselves in. And here we are again, right? And this is almost the joke situation of us trading for Trey Turner in July again, right? So here we go. We traded for Trey Turner again, right? Because he's been hitting, hasn't been fielding, but he's been hitting recently. But the Phillies, right now, Schwarber hasn't producing. Harper hasn't been producing. Marsh hasn't been producing. A lot of our big names out there have not been producing, right? So if we have those two, at least two of those names, who turn it on the next 2 months, Slim, this is all to your point, because I agree with you. I think you go run prevention. I'm more of a get an extra arm. Let's do that. Dodgers. The Dodgers showed us the answers to the test, right? We talked about that last season.
Right.
All those arms they had, putting them everywhere. I loved that. Let's do that. And then let's hope our players that are making 25, 30 million a year get hits.
All right, so let's do that. How can we do that? Would you trade the guys that have 1 year of control left? So Bowman, Sosa are the first two guys up. Would you trade those guys for bullpen arms, even if they're not the nicest names? Or are you – and then do you make a bigger move? Do you trade a prospect for maybe someone that can play that third base position there? Or something along those lines. I mean, I know it's all very open-ended, but I think because the bigger picture point being is you can still prioritize the pitching and be weary of your offense having run production and shake it up with some position players. Because if we're able to get two new starters somehow, third base and an outfielder, I think we'll all feel pretty freaking good. And I don't think we need Sosa or Bowman anymore.
Bonzi coming at your throat a little bit there, Slim.
What if a pitcher can't pitch? Yeah, that's true too. That's why I don't want Robbie Ray. That's why I don't want a lot of these guys. Absolutely true. I would be interested in a guy like Forrest Whitaker, like that was mentioned on the top here.
Forrest Whitaker, the actor. That's a new one.
I
don't know if he'll do so hot with his limp eye.
That's a first and last name wrong there, bro. It's Foster Griffin.
Well, this guy's hot, right? Same thing like Meade. And the reason I would like him is because he solves that fifth starter issue.
And he's cheap. He's a rental.
He's cheap, and he's molded to come out the bullpen already. He's already a guy that does, like, whatever,
Yeah.
So you can see him mix match with Nola. You can see him coming in as a bullpen piece. But, yeah, I would be weird. Unless it's that's why we may see a big time trade, because there's really no room for error.
And let's go here. So do you think this team will make the playoffs? We hope, Steve. And thank you for joining the chat there, Steve. He also asked about Mike Trout. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But Slim, before we do Slim shout-outs, I do think it's worth mentioning kind of a funny dynamic. We have John Kruk and Joe Girardi in the booth tonight, right? So for those watching, that's a pretty funny dynamic. Yeah. Slim, take it away, baby.
Slim shout-outs brought to you by Warmester Dental Associates and D-Town Dental. They are smiles ahead of the competition, just like the Red Corner is smiles ahead of their competition in the Phillies podcast arena. And my first shout-out, you guys all already know what it is. It has to be LeBron James, the King. Without a doubt, the King's going to deliver Philadelphia championship either in 2027 or 2028. It's going to put the whole city in the national spotlight. And I can't wait. They're saying he's going to create pushing almost like $500 million in revenue for the city. So yeah, Philadelphia was already hot, continues its hotness. Shout out to LeBron James, the King. LeBron James, the King James. Okay. And he's one of the smartest basketball players of all time. Definitely top 5 of all time. Definitely top 5 mine of all time. He should be in everyone's top 5 lineup. And now he's on our team. So I was out on the Sixers. I'm watching every game next year. I'm watching every single game next year. There's no doubt about it.
Every game?
Yeah, every game.
Here he goes again, putting his foot in his mouth.
Yep, every game. I'm watching every game.
What percentage are you gonna say?
I'm gonna try to watch every game. or close to. It won't be everybody. It'll be close to.
So do you think 20%?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. 20%. My second shout out is going to the voice of baseball tonight, Sunday Night Baseball, Carl Ravage. Not RIP, but RIP to your ESPN career. It was. I mean, you were a legend for years. Done kind of dirty, I guess. That's what a lot of people are saying. I'm going to miss Carl Ravage, so shout out to Carl Ravage. And my third one, shout out to Philadelphia for the fourth year in a row. It was named America's most walkable city. So everyone's talking about what are some of the top places to live where you can eat, drink, dine, have schools, have community, old school neighborhoods. And the long story short answer is Philadelphia. You can go to the grocery store on a bike, yada, yada, yada. So shout out to Philadelphia for being number one walkable city in the country. And lastly, shout out to Aaron Marsh. Brandon Marsh's sister won some kind of triathlon.
Track and field.
Some track and field. She's number one, period. So shout out to Aaron Marsh. Absolutely killing it. Once again, Slim shoutouts are brought to you by Warminster Dental Associates and D-Town Dental. They are smiles ahead of the competition. And if you need a whitening, whatever you need done, please, please, please hit these people up. They're out there in Warminster, PA and Doylestown. Again, shout out are brought to you by Warminster Dental Associates and D-Town Dental.
Love it. No, can I get your ruling on something here, boys?
Yeah.
And we know, Bonzi. I was using that term very loosely there. What's your ruling on this? So you walk into a bar, right? And there's two open spots. Guy sitting there on the left, person sitting there on the right? So there's two open spots in the middle. So I go up, I ask the courtesy, anybody sitting here? Because it would have been in two spots for me and my wife. And the guy said, oh, no, I'm actually holding this spot for my buddy. What's your ruling on that? Do you think you could just hold a bar spot for somebody?
You know, if you're willing to state it and defend it, you're probably going to win the battle. So I think it's one of those situations. You know, if you had the courage, most times people go with it.
Yeah, but I'm like, how long can you hold a spot for somebody?
For a buddy?
Yeah. How long did he hold the spot there?
So I left because first of all, the bar was hot as shit. So I'm glad we weren't staying there anyway. But I was walking away. I'm thinking that's kind of a violation. I feel like the way I do it is obviously if I'm holding a spot for someone, I want to be able to do it if I can. Meaning like I'll grab an area. Hopefully people come. But I'm not going to like fight people off when there's an open spot for two other people to sit down because that's where the violation. He's holding the spot for one person. There's two spots available, so a couple could sit there.
Yeah.
But he's throwing off the whole equilibrium of the universe.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do it. It's a violation, but
yeah,
it was probably his close friend.
Yeah, I think they do that at Owens at the bar. When me and Billy were down there for your wedding, we stopped there earlier. We got they were looking at us when we went and sat down.
Yeah,
they came in.
There's a lot of guys.
They came in and just standing behind us because they're there every day.
Yeah, they are.
I agree, Bonzi.
The bartender needs to step in. That's fine.
Yeah.
Owens, especially, there are a lot of Islanders now, a lot of retirees. They're hitting that place every day, and they will eyeball you till the seat gets up. The one guy who's my man there. Just a lot of corner action. It's happened to me, but I usually go solo.
Oh, you got Big Dog there before?
No, I didn't. But I've seen the.
There's turnover. That's going to the wall.
I've seen the upset faces.
Better be on third. There you go.
I've seen the upset faces.
Oh, he's on third. Leadoff
triple. Yeah, there was bad fielding by the center fielder.
Here's a conversation. Untouchables. I've seen some what I'll call head scratching untouchables get thrown around there on Twitter.
Okay.
Who do you have as untouchables in the Phillies minor league system? Bones.
Renneria.
Okay. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too far behind you, honestly. I hate to be lame, but I mean, maybe Spangler just because I want to see what we can get there.
Yeah, well, Spangler, is he even signed yet? Like,
No,
is he even
he is
eligible to be
signed.
traded?
He is
Yeah,
signed.
they just did that yesterday or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they'd even be having conversations for him, but I'm just saying, like, I really would like to see what he can become. But yeah, I think Renteria might be my only guy. Who do you got?
Well, Renteria for sure, Spangler for sure, and then it comes down to are the other guys worth trading to where their value's at, and that's the Miller conversation, right? And then there's some lower
Gage
guys where
Wood.
that's the conversation. Like, we trade these two, do we even get anything back? Yeah, well, Gage Wood, I think his value's great, right? Like, we'll get something decent. You know, he's respectable. The other ones, is that a swore bomb? No.
But it's an RBI bomb.
There we go.
Yeah, that's one.
Quick work. The Ramon Marquez has been getting a lot of love lately. He's been having a stellar year down in the minors, and he's been climbing up the lists. And apparently, he's been getting a lot of interest.
Okay.
Reportedly, a right-handed pitcher.
So people are scouting.
Yep.
People are scouting him for potential being in deals.
Exactly. So that's a name to look out for.
Yeah, the way I was looking at it was, you know, we talked about before was position base. And that dude, Alex Carr, actually tweeted out that name, Brian Raccoon. He had a huge homer today, and he plays shortstop.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another interesting name. I mean, that was the name I was including in packages last week.
Right, he's AA, right? He's
Right.
short. Yeah.
Because in my opinion, Miller seems like a guy we want to hold just for the sake of it still. Spain, the guy we drafted, we're holding. And then we got the third shortstop. Now that means we got Wood we can mess around with, and Andrew Painter, maybe.
Yeah, but do you think the interest in Painter, like, they'll just be crushing us because of his like everything he's done this year?
I think there's enough to sell. I think there's probably enough to sell still with Miller too. But no, I think there's enough there.
Damn, Harper's been striking out a lot lately, man.
I think there's enough there.
Did you guys watch the Mookie Betts podcast he did?
I did. Not the full thing. I saw clips. What did you think of that?
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I like the game they played in the beginning.
What was that? I didn't. Oh yeah, the 162-0.
No, so it's it's like 5 questions. But before they ask him a question, he's got to pick whether it's a ball or they're going to play a video, whether it's a ball or a strike on the ABS, and it's like really close pitches.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's literally like borderline strikes or balls, like 0.1 whatever they use on the thing.
Right. Millimeters.
So it's pretty cool. Yeah, and like you were talking about Castellanos earlier, and his like whatever he had with Topper going, and it brought up not being a player.
Yeah.
Harper brings second time Harper's brought this up.
Yeah, keep going.
In an interview, just saying like how when they asked him like what's the difference between like when Girardi got fired compared to Topper, and it was like back then Topper was like more cool, calm, collected, like they needed a fresh start. always the guy. And this one, it's Mattingly having a feel for the game, and he brings up with the lefty, the platoon thing with Marsh and Stott, all that stuff. So
Yeah, what did
like,
you make of that? Did you?
He gave Topper a lot of credit,
right?
Like the way, but that's like a jab that sticks around.
Now, so obviously that was the headline that was going around there, and I did watch it, and I had a couple different takeaways. The first one was he isn't a player, right? He wasn't a major league player, and Don Mattingly is a legend. So you're asking what the difference of the two. That is the most obvious difference. So he's just stating what the most obvious difference is. Now, I think he went a little bit into it. He wasn't super careful with it, is what I would say, right?
Yeah.
Like he wasn't buttoned up. He was very willing to talk about it.
Yeah.
So I think if we're being speculative, that probably was something that people thought in the clubhouse, right? I think that's fair.
Yeah.
What did you think of that, Slim?
I didn't see the interview. Bryce Harper, man, he's definitely willing to say what's on his mind. You know, I'm not looking too deep into it, especially right now where we're at with the season. The way I see it is back to kind of what Topper and Mattingly said with the back of the baseball card approach. I think Harper probably would have gotten on his little tear, been elite-ish,
right?
If Topper wouldn't have gotten fired. I think the correlation with Wheeler coming back is probably the biggest thing. And then him just stating the obvious, right? The thing that we heard a million times, kind of just it seems more about feeling sometimes with guys like Harper, Castellanos, a lot of guys, frankly. I think we have a lot of like NBA style personalities, and it makes sense now that these guys are doing podcasts like the NBA town have been doing for a few years now.
Well, that actually came up in the thing. They were talking about like the Yankees Red Sox rivalry or whatever, and they were saying like there's no way they wouldn't be able 20 years ago. Dudes are doing podcasts with other players,
right? Crazy,
especially in the middle of the season.
In season for sure. In season for sure.
Yes, it is. It is, and I think we're going to. And I texted you guys. I think he's going to get a podcast eventually. I really do. Harper.
Why? Just because of the little thing he's going on?
Yeah, just like I feel like I don't know if you guys noticed this. I felt like he came off really well in a lot of the interviews and press conferences that he was doing. Like when he was with A-Rod, Jeter, now he's with Mookie Betts. Like I thought Harper has come out of his shell a little bit.
Yeah,
in a lot of those conversations, right? Like, did you have that read too?
Now that you say it, like you never really see him like do the national stuff,
right?
So exactly. And then like I guess it was like being the All-Star game being here and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe he's advocating for baseball now. Maybe with the upcoming CBAs.
Well, that
CBA coming.
You're stealing my
thunder. Which came up too.
You're stealing my thunder because that's what I was going to say. I'm thinking between him going on busting with the boys, him doing like you said, doing the media rounds, the All-Star, Mookie Betts, Kristen Cavallari with his wife. I didn't see that. I don't think that was released yet. He's obviously doing the rounds. Does he become like the face, the voice of the league as they're having these lockouts, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if that's something they have in the works. Scott Forrest is a genius. You think he's probably doing that?
Since he's the one that told Manfred to get the F out.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that'd be cool.
It would be cool.
So, yeah, he was like he was on the podcast GMing again.
Yes. 100%.
And saying like how like teams are like what they're going to be at the deadline. He said there's going to be teams that are going to be aggressive. There's going to be teams that aren't, and there's going to be teams in the middle, all because of the CBA.
Right. So Steve in the chat has asked which pitcher will be traded, and Steve, I'm assuming you're targeting like the prospects. I'm leaning one of two guys. I think this Ramon Marquez kind of like recent surge is strategic. I think that there's a little bit of strategic there. He's not predicted to get to the majors until 2029, right? So there is a little bit of a timing element that's not matching up with what we need. Do we deal him? Obviously, there's always the Moises Chasse. So I would say keep an eye out for Moises Chasse and Ramon Marquez, Steve.
Well, what about
prospects.
the guy that was just in the futures game? Hojo
Also,
Park?
yeah, Wen Hugh Pan, he's an option as well. He's a little bit closer to the majors, 2027.
So I think that's a hot name. Him and the shortstop who went yard today, Raccoon. Because
Brian
the other guys kind of Escobar is weird, right? Like,
right.
Who's the other one that's weird? Who's the other weird one? Honestly,
Dante
Miller's
Nori?
weird. Nori, bingo. Nori's
He's
weird.
hurt, right? He's got like hip issues.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hasn't played since June. Or did I read that wrong?
I think that's right.
June 6th or something?
Yeah, I know he has like a fracture in his hip. Stress fracture in his hip. So, chat, I have a question for you guys. This is kind of the theme of a lot of the questions I like to ask. So, if you were to woo your significant other all over again, or maybe you don't have a significant other and you were going to woo them, what would be the meal you would make? What's that one meal you would make them? So, chat, give me your answers. I want to hear what kind of culinary background everyone has. Do you guys have anything? I think we've talked about things that we make the best. I don't know if that would be the same category, because is that the woo you would do?
Yeah, well, the woo might be the ambiance, right? You might have to change.
Well, keep it with the food. Don't get all crazy. Food. What's the food?
I eat with my eyes first, right?
Well,
the camera eats first, right? So you got, I can serve you a meatball in a pot. You got to go in the pot and get it out yourself, or I can serve you a meatball nice and with a little parsley flake on there.
Speaking of meatballs,
you make it more than 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, I make about 30.
Look at this. Safe. So Steve's saying meatballs is his answer. Do you guys have anything?
Steak, baked potato, and string beans.
Oh, nice. That's a classic.
I would have to. Man, what would be the thing I would make? Yeah, I guess I would have to go with a steak then.
Really? Double steak.
A little surf and turf. Maybe add a little crab.
Okay.
Yeah, I would fry some shrimp up too. Not fry, but yeah.
I was going to do salt. That's what I was going to be my answer. Little shrimp and some spaghetti. A little olive oil, scampi. Little scampi vibes, little crushed red pepper, Parmesan, lemon. Mike's saying cutlets. Cutlets is a good one. Do you guys make cutlets much?
Yeah.
I don't cook not much anymore, but yeah, all the time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Dude, I eat chicken like 3 times a week here.
It's just when you're
my kids love chicken. So do I. I love chicken.
Chicken's good.
When you're cooking with oil, it gets greasy and stuff, right? How you handle that, Bones? With the low heat?
Yeah, you just gotta, watch it.
I'm always rushing, man.
Cutlets or pork chops.
I'm sloppier cooking cutlets than I am scrapple.
Really?
Yeah.
So what is there? You think you're going too heavy on the frying oil?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. And the worst is the burgers, dude. Making a burger in the kitchen in a frying pan or one of those.
Dude, yeah. That's crazy.
Dude, I feel like I just took a shower in grease. I'm like, how did the grease end up on my ceiling? What kind of concentration is that?
And the smoke is crazy too.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
what's
every
happening
once in a
here?
while, Melanie, like if it's like winter, Melanie will want a burger, and I got to do that.
Scallops too. I've made some pretty good scallops before at home. They're pretty forgiving. That's my pick. I'm picking something that's forgiving. Shrimp, scallops. Steak's a goodie, obviously. Homemade mac and cheese. There you go, Steve. That's a goodie, brother.
That's hard to do, man. I know everyone says all you gotta do is keep adding milk till you get the consistency with the cheese, but I've been there, I've done that. Not as easy as it looks. And I actually have a question for the chat, but I'll ask it after the third inning.
What would you want your wife to cook you?
Oh, that's a good question. What would I want my wife to cook me? I'm trying to go back in my mind and stuff that she's made a lot of really good stuff. So her father was a chef, and his specialty was paella, which is like a Spanish, like a giant rice bowl. It's phenomenal. So it's like, sausage, chicken. You could put shrimp in there, veggies. So probably her paella is very good.
Yeah, mine's simple. We got it from Scornuccio's. That's down there in South Philly. Great Italian restaurant. Check it out. But my wife makes me a double balsamic with fig pork chop. It's delicious.
Nice.
Yeah, it's no joke, bro.
What do you got, Bones?
Carissa makes good cutlets.
Yeah, cutlets are always top tier. She does.
And she just said she makes good everything. She actually made good ribs tonight, but
there you go.
Good everything is a lie. She just said that.
Who's the better cook out of you two?
Me.
Are you?
Yeah.
And Laurie's the better cook than you, right?
Yeah, I would say so. I got a couple dishes that are really good though. But she's more well versed.
It's not close to me. She's way better than me.
Yeah, Laurie's better than me. I got about maybe 5 things I can do.
But I'm cooking more than her too. Like she's at work 3 to 11, so I'm the one cooking the dinner.
I'll tell you what, Slim. 5 things. That's all you really need, dude.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, for sure. No doubt about it.
I'm just posting our giveaways here on Twitter.
All right, I got a question here.
Let's go.
Trivia question for the chat. What pitcher did the Phillies trade along with Bobby Abreu to the Yankees in 2006?
Say the question again.
What pitcher did the Phillies trade along with Bobby Abreu to the Yankees in 2006?
And
he's since passed away.
All right, that confirms that I knew it.
Yeah.
That confirms that I knew it.
Jesus.
R.I.P.
And it's funny because I asked my question is going to be interlinked too, believe it or not.
Good question.
Strange.
That just showed that shows how good Abreu was, man. He was batting third in that lineup.
I know.
With A-Rod, Jeter.
That's what we need now, man. We need someone who is going to not be afraid to hit and just put the ball in play. We need you joke about Trey Turner, who do we trade for? Trey Turner.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can get that with Alec Boehm. Maybe Alec Boehm turns into someone he's never been finally, man. But I think I'm waving the white flag with this guy. I'm ready to I think we really got to mix this one up, man. There we go.
Another one. Stott shot.
Look at those Yankees fans giving each other high fives.
Yeah, let me talk about that. So the Yankees fans thing. There was a lot of Yankees fans down there. It wasn't close. There was way more Phillies fans. There was obvious. Here's the thing. if there's 2,000 people, and by the way, there's more than that, but just I'm making the point. If there's 2,000 people in a ballpark and they're celebrating, you're going to hear it, right? So people are kind of overestimating the you're hearing them cheer thing. I would say if I had to guess, 15% on the high end, 15-20% on the high end.
Okay.
Yeah. There's people, Matt Gelb's usually, aces. He said he thinks there's more Yankees fans. No effing way.
No way, that's crazy.
Not even close. Yeah.
You're saying it's that
wasn't
different.
Even close.
I always look behind home plate, and it was discouraging.
Well, you got to read into that a little bit. Think about that. They're at $1 million seats.
All right, I'm just saying. Klein and Spector weren't there last on.
Nah, not really Holiday, Steve.
What'd you guys think of the
everybody thinks they're coming from New York and invading. No, they live here now. They moved from New York to Philly. They're living here.
100%. You're right.
So I was messing around. You see on Twitter, I messed around with the React video caption. I thought it was going to be a quote tweet. But
Okay.
just put your face over the tweet.
Interesting. Yeah, I got to watch that another time.
I'd rather it be a quote tweet to where it's filming the background and not. You'll see.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It loses the original tweet. The original tweet is embedded, but it's different. The embedding's different.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, to your point, Adam, I wonder how many, of the Yankees fans, how many of them are actually traveling from New York? Probably 40%, 30%.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of people on Twitter watching right now. We got over 100 people.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Do you guys see that too?
If I went and looked, but I always get worried, man, with the
that's
technical
fine.
stuff, broski.
I don't right now because I'm watching the game on my phone.
No, that's perfectly fine. I just didn't know if you guys could see.
Yeah, I can see 80. That's good. That's what's up. And that's what's up. What's up?
Yeah, across all of that. You said you had a question, Slim. Go ahead.
Yeah, what inning? Let's do it in the third inning. I want to wait a little bit.
All right.
Let's wait a little bit. But while we're here, I meant to mention this at the top. You can probably still get it now, or even better. I put half a unit on Schwarber to hit a home run and Trey Turner to hit a home run at plus 1,900. So that's my little parlay for today. Schwarber and Turner to both go yard at plus 1,900. A fun little way to do that, I think it will be actually smarter, is to do it by at bat,
What do you mean by that, Slim?
All right, so if you're going to do $100, right? Let's say $125 you're willing to put down on a bet or whatever it is. Something that you're willing to bet 5 times of 20, 20, 20, 20, and just do it by a bat. And then martingale it from there. So if he doesn't get the first at bat, go for the second, then the third, the fourth, the fifth. I think that would be another way to play these home run prop bets, because before the games, especially when Schwarber's hot, you're getting awful value, right?
Right. So do you think this is the time to pounce? Are the numbers going to? Okay.
Right. So the numbers. So when I got Schwarber, Turner was probably plus 400 at the time, and Schwarber was probably plus 245, probably about plus 255 or so.
Yeah.
Now's the time to bounce because he's going to have a single at bat that's probably going to be closer to plus 700, 800. And Turner's probably closer to almost 1,000, I bet. Right? So next time they come up, we can check that live, if that makes sense.
Well, they just had the odds up there. last
For
inning.
this at bat, yeah. So when they pop it up next time, see what it says.
It was I think it was just for tonight, not for that at bat. It was like plus 800 for Turner or plus 900, and Schwarber was plus 260.
Damn.
Now Schwarber when he comes up next time will be closer to probably plus 600, and Turner for that single at bat will be in a plus probably 1200 range. You know, and I'm taking both to get a home run at plus almost
2,000.
2,000, but still, you see my point.
Yeah, no, there's something there, no doubt.
It's just different ways to do it.
I love that.
And the other one, I think the temperature check, because we got to keep double back around, is Chris Sanchez and what his strikeout numbers look like. So for Chris Sanchez to get 8 strikeouts or 7 strikeouts, that's about even last I checked. So where is he standing now? Because we want him to go 7 innings and we want him to get about 7 strikeouts. He's averaging about 7.5 per 9, which is kind of low for a quality pitcher that he is. You know, the other guys definitely have much better, like even Luzardo's at like 13.5 for his last 5-6 starts. So we have to see Sanchez get 7 Ks tonight, I think. And he's currently sitting at 2 Ks. With
His
30.
strikeouts per 9 is that low?
Double check me. I saw 7.5.
That seems really low. Let me see.
And I was cracking up. My top 3 things. I said Cam Schitler. We got to get Schitler. We got to get him to pitch 100 pitches. He landed where at? Did you guys see where his pitch count landed Friday night? 99.
I was going to say 99.
That's
landed
funny.
right on 99 when I doubled back to check to see how that all went. And
why is Schlittler a tough one for you?
it's just a weird name.
Gotcha.
I mean, at first it sounds like a profanity.
The first video that you
Schlittler.
said, I think you mispronounced every single name. You said, "Hey, Luce Luzardo," and you said Schlizzler.
Hey, loose.
Schlizzler.
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah, like every name that you said. Yeah, it was something crazy.
Dude, these
I
baseball
actually
names are like
questioned.
hockey
I
names.
thought you did it on purpose, like for engagement or something. Christopher Sanchez has 153 Ks over 134 innings, so those numbers can't be accurate.
What is it?
It can't be less than 9 if he has 153 over 134.
Maybe I was looking at his last 6 or 7.
Yeah, he might be because he's usually. Let me see.
And his odds have him around 7.5, about 7 a game at like he's not as juice as the other guys.
He's at 10.23 on the year.
And the numbers have him marked out as being someone who's much lower. And we've been kind of seeing that. So if you think he's going to be a 10K pitcher a year for the rest of the year, you can make a ton of money on him. Because he was probably close to plus 200 or so today to get 10Ks tonight.
Right. Oh, there you go. There's a K for you, brother.
Number
That was
3.
a nasty pitch. Yeah, that was nasty. Boom. Yeah, I was wondering, like, the whole attendance thing. Do you put any stock into my one theory that, like, there's just so many more events now with concerts and stuff competing with people's time, right? You're trading your time for dollars, and it's like there's just so many options now.
Yeah. 100%.
Let's see here.
There we go. There we go.
And chat, just a reminder. So I know we've posted on our socials that those are the giveaways. we see a lot of the same names and faces. We'd like to, see some more names in the chat. So all you got to do to be entered into the raffle, throw a comment, throw a question in the chat, or share, repost on our socials. You're in the raffle. And obviously, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button on the YouTube channel. Gotta say it. Gotta say it.
Yeah, I think I'm a little bit behind you.
That's rare. You're usually ahead of me. I'll take it.
I think I'm good now. I'm back to 1-2. Got the Red Sox, man. What about the Red Sox? How hot they're, like you said, we've seen them make that trade today for Curtis Mead, man.
Well, the crazy thing is, for as hot as they've been, the Marlins have been as cold.
Oh my God. Yeah. They've completely fallen off.
Yeah. And it's crazy because we were just talking on the podcast like a couple weeks ago how they've been playing good baseball. Remember that?
Yeah, but they were playing good baseball. But last year I was kind of hot on them. They were doing pretty well. And then the issue with them is their starting pitching depth sucked. It was kind of unbelievable that they were able to, when they went on that like 6-7 game win streak, whatever it was.
Yeah.
It was kind of unbelievable because they had two healthy starting pitchers at the time. One being the dude Tyler Phillips, the madman that we had for a little bit. I think the Nationals, I think the Marlins, I don't know about the Mets, but these guys might be trade partners. Obviously, with Mead moving, I would like to get Mead and that other pitcher that we spoke about.
Right.
I think that's kind of off the table now. But yeah, Miami's definitely someone I will call up, whether it be for Alcantara, lumping him in with Jake Berger, Kyle Stowers. That's definitely something that it would excite me. We can maybe try to fill two holes with their guys. And they might want to take on a dude like Gabriel Racone, if I'm getting his name right, the shortstop in Double-A for Reading.
Brian Racone.
Brian Racone. The pitcher who's in the what's his name? What's the pitcher's name again? Pan.
Which one?
The guy who played in the Futures game with what? Pan.
Oh, it's like Hugh
Winho.
Yeah, just so I can get it correct. It's Hugh Pan.
Wenhu Pan.
Yeah.
So maybe there's something there, because there's two priority positions. You're getting a Double-A second baseman or shortstop. You're getting a starting pitcher who looks like he's going to be ready pretty soon. Would those two be enough for Alcantara? Would you do that for Alcantara?
Yeah, absolutely. They don't think they would do that.
You don't think they would? Okay.
No.
Well, he's gone after this year.
Berger's on the Rangers too.
Excuse me. The Rangers are a team I think it's kind of hard to get a deal done with.
The teams that I have circled, I have Miami, the Reds, the Royals, Toronto. Those are some teams that I have circled.
Toronto. So, what about the Jeff Hoffman name? We're talking about
let's talk about that.
If we're talking about buying low, the Jeff Hoffman and Dalton Varsho trade intrigues the hell out of me.
So the Jeff Hoffman thing's interesting, right? Because I almost feel like they're trading him just because they want to get off his contract.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's the only reason you're going to trade. They're going to trade him in that situation because we have to pay him an extra year of $13 million. He's been obviously pretty good this year. He had the choke fest last year. I've kind of gone all over the place with that because I don't want to overpay, and I don't think you would overpay. I think you'd get him for cheap. I really do.
No, I think for sure.
And I think so, yeah, just because of the money.
Right.
Where it's at, they just want to, they'll just be an unload them type thing. But I don't know, man. Like, they're talking about how, like, Welly's pitched, but they're 10 games out of 500. What kind of high leverage situations is he really pitching in?
That's true, and also the home runs have been a problem for him, but he's striking out a lot of people, which is always good for relievers, right? You wanted them to be able to handle the outs themselves.
There are issues on base percentage like us. They're like not getting on base at all. And then you have guys like Guerrero, who's home run and their slug just isn't there, like they should be.
Dude, did you see Guerrero hasn't hit a homer at home all year?
Really?
Yeah,
That's insane. Absolutely insane.
Yeah, the Reds are in the basement. Is anybody on Colorado worth looking at? San Fran.
Yeah, well, there's Mickey, I almost said Mickey Morandini, Mickey Moniak, and then what's his name? Jake, not Jake, Matthew. What's the other left-hander they have out there? Athletic guy. I think we actually checked in on him too. I think it's Jake is the first name.
Oh, Jake McCarthy.
Jake McCarthy, correct. Yeah, athletic dude.
Yeah, he played with Arizona.
Right.
Well, wasn't he just released? He was released. We could have signed him.
Let's see here. Yeah, and he's actually having a good year. Yeah,
but like Moniak's splits are like awful. Like he sucks away from Coors Field.
Yeah. I'm about to look at McCarthy's splits right now. I don't think he can hit lefties.
Fit right in.
Right. Join the club. But he's got a 852 OPS.
Did I see that the Giants said they weren't going to trade the Asian fella? I can't think of his name.
Oh, Hugh Lee?
Yeah.
Jung Hugh Lee?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
The Phillies got 5 strikeouts already through 3 innings.
Now McCarthy's splits have been good this year. He's been versus lefties. He actually has reverse splits. That's interesting. He's a lefty, right? Yeah, bats left, throws left. Yeah. Yes, he's actually been better against lefties. 941 OPS lefties, 821 OPS righties. He's obviously got a little more slug with the righties, but power-wise, he's at 8 homers to 2. But no, I mean that's an attractive, probably cheap get.
What about the Angels? So I'm fascinated with the third base position, right? Because if it's not going to be Bohm now, we're going to have to address that and invest money into that in the free agency. And free agency, we see how that money looks, right? It's expensive as hell.
Good point.
So, do we look to get something done now? And when I think about that, who's out there that are potential third basemen? I don't know. There's some big names that we're familiar with. Devers, like I'm talking about big names. Devers, you got the guy from the Astros. How do you say
Devers doesn't play third base anymore.
He used to. Guys that could potentially
he's a DH, dude.
Yeah.
Well, you put him back to third base. He was 2 years ago. He was arguing with Bregman about
he stunk at third. Well, he's worse than Bohm.
Yeah, we seen Bohm turn around. Maybe Devers gets recharged.
Imagine him and Turner, and let's talk about Swiss cheese.
The offense would be there if you put Devers in your lineup. It's already Swiss cheese, right? So you put Devers in, it's a whole different lineup. But guys like Devers,
so Devers, keep going. Next one,
Paredes.
Oh, Isaac Paredes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What about? And again, this is an outside the box fit. I'm not sure how this would work. What about Nito from Los Angeles, the shortstop?
Slide him over.
Here's another one, but this guy's an outfielder. What do you guys think about bringing back Matt Verling? Right, the Tigers, and maybe calling up the Tigers and getting a deal done, because I could see Verling being an everyday starter here in center.
Did you have to text me, Mom?
So they're just random ass names that are out there. You still got Matt Chapman. He's the third baseman for the Giants, but something about him I don't love. I want someone who is really, really,
His
really.
contract you don't love. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
I don't love his
He's hurt now too.
and we want someone who's really going to change what the lineup looks like. And Paredes, I'm not sure if he totally does it, but a guy like Devers definitely does.
No, those are fun names. Here's my thing. I think without a shadow of a doubt, he's trying to find an everyday outfielder, right? Because we have 3 platoons as of now.
Yeah.
So put a little bit of, consistency out there, which then strengthens your other 2 platoons, right?
Right.
So I feel like
right.
I think that's the direction he's going to go, because you got 3 platoons. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with that, but I don't think any of us feel great about Brian De La Cruz, Derek Hill, Edmundo Sosa in the outfield in October, right?
No.
So we got to do something about that. Like that's John Middleton and David Dombrowski going, yo, this outfield's it's got to go.
All right, we got 2 guys on, both in scoring position.
Harper,
and
baby.
2 outs.
How about John Clark the other night with that tweet?
Yeah, he needs an editor.
I missed it.
Tweeted Brian De La Cruz, first career home run.
Funny as hell.
That's like 60.
Yeah, he's in a division for years.
Let's see what happens here after this. And after this, I'll give out my little question.
I'm excited. You're sweating, dude. I'm hot too.
Thomas, stop lying to her. Stop.
Chad, I'm going to throw the question out there again. What pitcher did the Phillies trade along with Bobby Abreu to the Yankees in 2006?
That's a goodie. That is a goodie. Let me post just a couple things here. Ooh.
So apparently the basketball thing was a hit yesterday down at in Wildwood.
The basketball thing in WoW. I need a little bit more information.
North played Wildwood Catholic.
Oh, I did see that. That's
Alumni.
awesome. Yeah. That's sick.
All right, we got 4th hole.
Who won?
I think Wildwood Catholic.
Did they? Wow. Hold on. We got a guess here.
Not great.
Uh-oh. That's it.
Okay.
That is it.
Ding, ding, ding. Congratulations, Mike.
All right, bases loaded.
I don't know. Maybe Marshall turn it around, man. Like he was really good for 3 months. Got to figure it out.
That was a good hack.
All right, here's a question for you guys that I was thinking about while I was watching the game. Who are you most confident will not be on the team next year on this this roster right now? Okay.
Yeah, boom. Without doubt.
Yeah, that's probably right.
I think Bowman Alvarado.
Alvarado, he's definitely done.
Right. Alvarado had the drama that he's been giving us. He's been horrible this year, and his contract's up. So
yeah.
And he's probably gained 35, 40 pounds.
Yeah. So I feel like those 2 are the ones that are just layups. Honestly, I think Bohm's the higher,
Yeah.
the most highest percentage of that. Where do you think Bohm lands?
That's what I was just going to say. Who would have interest in him? Maybe Colorado.
Yeah.
His power numbers up.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a really good point. All right, here we go.
Yeah. Oh,
I feel like the Nito thing started to get hot lately.
so but he's a guy who strikes out and I think goes for homer sometimes. So that's one of his things. Obviously, there's a position thing. People bring up a rise all the time, but there's a position thing with a rise.
Right.
It's just honestly, truly is a thin market, and it like all right. So we're looking good tonight. Every time I'm hitting these panic buttons, we end up winning like one game, to settle me down a little bit. But I'm afraid of selling for a positional player who doesn't turn the dividends that we need for a championship. And now next year we're looking at selling again more farm pieces because what are we going to do? Sell the farm every we need some of these farm guys to eventually pan out, whether it be hopefully it's Miller and Spat the new kid.
Right.
All right, 3-2 full count, bases loaded. Some fans are on their feet.
The Miller thing, I'm glad you brought that up because the Miller thing is fascinating because he was talking. We talked about this earlier in the year. What struck me was Miller was talking to the broadcast team down in spring training. And basically, he was confident that he was going to get promoted this year at some point, which I actually thought he was. I was surprised that he was talking like that because obviously there's implications that he's going to be taking someone's job, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So long-winded way of saying, I'm really interested to see, like, does he alter our plans in any way? Because you'd want him to be a starting player next year, right? You'd think in spring training.
Yeah, right. He's a guy who hopefully he can play right away.
Oh.
Is he the second baseman next year? Right? Is he
There
the
you
third
go.
baseman? That'll
Maybe.
work. Speaking of the Bomer,
Oh wow.
3-run double.
that's huge. All right, give the city something to cheer about today, boys.
You see that the Marlins guys there behind home plate.
Now the orange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. That was awful.
Yeah, that was a. What was he? He was. Are you muted, Slim?
No,
Oh, okay.
I'm good to go.
Yeah. No, it threw me off because when he mutes, it's so damn quiet.
Yeah, they're getting ready to go to bed. I won't be muting myself.
Yeah, that was a Phillies outfielder dive right there. Marsh used to do that a lot back in the day, remember?
Yeah.
Last year, he's big with that.
Yeah, that was perfect. 3-2. Everybody was running, so.
Mm-hmm.
Probably should just try to keep the ball in front of them and only two of them score.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, definitely. If he keeps that in front of him. And that was Schwarber running too, right?
He was on third.
Okay, so that doesn't make a difference.
Yeah. Harper was at second, Marsh on first.
Right. Yeah, but going back to what I was saying on Aiden Miller and kind of how that factors in, like, it's really interesting. Like, I wonder, am I overthinking this and he's just the third baseman next year, right?
No, that sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Right, that sounds good because that solves the issue I'm worried about.
Right.
But that makes it clean. He seems like he can definitely play third.
Right.
And if he's good, that sounds fine. Do we want to get sexy and do something with Turner? Do we have Miller? Can Miller maybe play shortstop already next year?
Oh, there we go.
Turner to the outfield, something along those lines. Maybe not, but yeah, you're probably right.
Another
Stott.
miscue in the outfield.
Yeah, here they go. They're popping it open versus this guy Warren. Did not see 6 runs coming.
That's awesome.
So I don't know if he plays like. I think he would have to play some minor league games again, right? Like he's not going to play. He's not playing this year, right?
Well, if he plays in spring, right?
Yeah, but
plays all
he
spring.
really. He didn't play a lot at Double-A, did he?
He was in AAA. He ended the previous year in AAA.
Oh, that's what I mean. He didn't play a lot at AAA.
No, he didn't play a lot in AAA.
Yeah.
No, he did not.
But then who knows? It might be a shortened spring training because of the
true.
strike.
True. Listen, I don't think the Vegas odds would be him being favored at third base, but I do think that would be fun and exciting, right? Going into spring, if they're saying, yeah, he's fighting for a job,
Yeah,
like that'd be cool.
I mean, it makes sense because if not, we're going to be out there spending, right? And then if we're going to be spending, we got to be looking kind of like now.
Yeah, and honestly, I really do think if that happens, so like the most likely scenario is that the Phillies don't win the World Series this year, right? Like that's the most likely World Series. So whether we lose at some type of, or we don't make the playoffs or lose in one of the rounds, and then it's like, all right, well, do they start saying, look, we got to start planning for the future, right? Like Aiden Miller is the next wave, so we got to get him in there and kind of blend the new guys with the old guys. I think that would be a fun narrative going into 27.
Yeah, well, we were kind of hoping for that this year.
Right.
And that's why kind of like people are gung-ho for trading Miller and Painter for Buxton, but maybe not so fast still. I know people don't want to hear that.
Right.
But, I have a question for the chat, if I can fire it away. All right? And let's see if people are paying attention to ESPN and such this morning. Game was tied 6-6. San Fran Giants at the Los Angeles Angels. Bases loaded. Rafael Devers hits a ground rule double. What's the final score of the game? It was 6-6, bases loaded.
ninth inning.
9th inning. Actually, they must have been on the road.
So it's top of the ninth. So the game didn't end.
The Giants were home.
Okay.
Bases, Giants home, bases loaded. Ground rule double with the bases loaded.
Okay.
What's the final score of the game? It was 6-6. This happened Friday night. It may seem like common sense, but I'm asking for a certain reason.
I like these type of questions.
343.
Slim, I like your Paredes name.
Dude, he absolutely sucked last year for them. He was like a big signing for them. He stunk. I looked up his numbers when you said that. I was surprised.
Yeah, but he's 27. He can play first and third. He bats right. So I do like that. I feel like we can make a deal with them too.
So, little backstory is, imagine you had the Giants -1.5, right? The game was 6-6. Bases loaded. Devers hits this double. The game's over. It was a walk-off ground rule double. The TV broadcast showed 8-6. Kalshi, the prediction market, paid out 8-6.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, what do you think the official final score was?
You asking me or us?
You or the chat. You or the chat. You or the chat.
7-6.
Oh, okay.
Correct. It was still 7-6. The ground rule double can only score.
Yeah,
one
it's just
run in a while.
it's only the first run that counts.
Yeah, it's only the first run that counts. What ended up happening was yesterday, everyone who had Angels plus 1.5, they were able to go back and double back and get even more money down due to the broadcast flashing the wrong scores. They flashed
Oh, really?
8-6. Yeah. Yeah. Kalshi lost millions yesterday.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he friggin' stinks in the field, man.
Dude, it's that backhand stuff still. See, that's where it becomes like with fielding and where it's clearly in your head. Do you just change? Like, how previously the thing was at 24, he stunk in the field, and then they made him do this whole backhand thing. Does he go back to something else? Like, does he just need to do something different now?
He needs that glove from the home run derby.
Oh, the Geico one?
Yeah.
I got one for him.
The big blue one.
Yeah.
He'll trip over it.
What did you guys think of our live watch along with Amanda Yoa?
Yeah, I had
thought it
a
was a
great
good time.
time. Amanda had me cracking up.
Yeah.
Definitely good people.
Good people. And the thing that I loved is she goes on the Skinny Joey podcast, and we're still the biggest story of the week.
Yeah, baby, you know that. Headline Steelers.
Yes. That was a tough act to follow for them. We did them dirty.
Was
But
that
no,
whether that was pre-recorded or was that a live shoot too?
they're
'Cause
pre-recorded.
that was a great episode as well. Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah,
What
no,
is
that was great. And honestly, so real talk. So shout out to Amanda because she's been showing love on our socials. And kudos to all of the work that she's put in over the years because she's got a real deal audience, no doubt about it. And we've noticed some impacts from her audience coming over to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
So,
the
yes.
Joe Rogan effect, right?
Yes. Yeah, we're getting Roganed by Yoa.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so honestly, shout out to her for that. When we see her in person next time, I want to thank her and let her know that, look, your audience is a real deal.
That might be next week, August 1st, at the Ortlids Watch Along.
There you go.
Yes, yes, yes. Please, please, everybody. Again, it'll be Saturday evening. The game starts 7:00.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
All right, so get there 6:00. We're going to be having a special debut of the Flat Iron Lager. All right, so we need you to bring you and all your friends. First beer, as always, on Slim. We're drinking a Flat Iron Lager. It's an exclusive lager that's going to only be available at Ortlibs during the watch party. So please come through. Let's kick this keg.
Yes. Yeah, this is the journey to kick the keg challenge. And also, Slim,
Yes,
last week we had someone in the chat that won a $100 gift card to this live watch party. That's going on the bar.
Oh, right. True.
Yeah.
Yes.
That. So shout out to Red Rider
Ryan A.
Speed. Yeah, Ryan A. That's
So
clutch.
we have
please,
$100
yeah.
gift card on the table. So worst case scenario, you come hang out, you get a couple of hot dogs, you get some Flat Iron lagers, and you got $100 in the bar.
Right.
Red Corner
Yeah.
Dog at that.
Red Corner Dog.
Literally can't beat that. Please bring a friend, have your friend bring a friend. And while you're there, if you have it, we don't beg you guys much, but make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. And you know what? Jump over to Facebook. I know some of the Facebooks may be laying dormant, but jump over to Facebook and please follow our Red Corner Facebook page. It's a little behind the YouTube and the Instagram. So let's boost the Facebook numbers because it's its own little ecosystem over there that Zuckerberg has running. Right,
Yeah, shout out. You've been killing it on the Facebook. Slim's our Facebook CEO.
Yes. Director of programming.
A little traffic here from Sanchez. So good timing here for Bones. Who's that?
He knows that.
I'm doing something for
Who's that, Bones?
Is that Ren and Stimpy?
Correct.
Yo, big K for Sanchez.
Big K. Good pull. I'm going to do some periodic ones throughout the night.
All
So
right.
you're one for one. Good job.
Off to a good start, baby.
Yeah, that's nice.
That was a good pitch. So I'm no longer a Ben Rice fan for the night. Before the game started, the guy had pulled away from me. There was no way he was getting 20 points tonight.
Okay.
And yeah, what about Brian Keller, the 32-year-old rookie making his debut?
That was a cool story. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that
very
was
cool
cool.
story. Yeah.
That was a highlight.
I was there for the debut, and then which honestly, are we being a little bit too charitable? I mean, pitched
What do you mean?
pitched a couple innings, let up a home run, like
No, he wasn't. I'm not saying he's
yeah, it
good
wasn't
or
phenomenal.
anything.
Yeah, I know, but I felt like people were being a little bit too nice.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
because he makes his debut, he gets a couple outs and he allows a solo homer. I think it was the game tying homer. By the way, he wasn't 3 innings, a solo homer. That's not bad, but you can't praise him, in my opinion.
he has to talk to Aaron Rowland and Chris Coast about milk and moments because he might be able to write a whole book about that start or that appearance wasn't even a start.
Yeah, and it was the stakes too, right? Because I think that was a game tying homer for them.
Yeah, it's just cool because he's obviously grinded.
Oh
he's
yeah,
he's
100%.
not like a first round pick type guy. He's a dude who him and his family they went through the trepidations of the minor league system. He might be one. I mean, the way things are going, he might be one of the last of the Mohicans, who's a 32-year-old rookie who makes it 10 years in the minors, who finally makes a debut. Because we see what's going to happen with the CBA and the defunding of those minor leagues.
Right.
Stories will be more few and far in between as we go on here.
Definitely. Yeah, and look, he was fine, right? Like he was a solo homer. He only allowed 1 run through 3. He did his job. He kept us in it. I just felt like people were overcompensating, if I'm being honest. Like that's all. It wasn't like the hold on here. The name's escaping me. I'll think of it. Give me a second. Last year, Mick Abel.
Right.
Mick Abel, his debut was awesome. Like he was nasty.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're completely different tiers of players, dude.
No, but I'm saying that was legitimately a really good start.
Right.
Versus the most strikeouts in the debut, right, for the team?
I think so.
I didn't see
11, right?
I didn't see everybody praising and glazing Brian Keller like that. I just saw it as a feel-good story, and it could have been worse.
I know, it was awesome. It was an awesome story. I'm pumped for the guy.
Yeah, it seems like it.
I'm just keeping it real, man. I'm just here to keep it real.
This guy, the shortstop, Carbello.
Yeah, Carbello. That's a tough one.
He has a lot of Carbello, whatever. Yeah. He has a lot of energy and character, doesn't he, man? If we're playing a playoff series versus the Yankees, he's a guy we're going to hate. People are going to hate this dude. The double eye black.
He was the headline this week, right? Where about his antics at the plate, where he got hit with a clock violation.
Oh, I thought you were going a different direction than that. I thought you were going with the whole Volpe thing.
No. So I forget when it was. Wednesday, I guess, because it was a day game. They hit him with a pitch clock violation. It was at the plate. And he was like shocked by it. And apparently the umpires were given like notice. Don't give him warnings anymore. He's had enough. Just issue him a strike. So he was shocked when he got it. And
The
I
strike.
think
Right.
whatchamacallit got thrown out. Like their hitting coach or somebody on the bench got thrown out for it. It was like a whole thing.
Yeah, I believe he whistled. There's 6 seconds left or so to actually get ready. They were now that you say that, it's refreshing my mind hearing that during the broadcast. I believe Saturday.
Yeah,
night.
he like waits up until like the batter's got to be looking at the pitcher by
Right.
the 8
It's
second
that's
mark.
what's looking at him. That's the funniest
Yeah.
thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, he also had that wonky play at shortstop where they lined out to him, and the umpire said he intentionally dropped it. That was pretty interesting. He was going for the double play. And the umpire said he intentionally dropped it, and then just called the runner out. Fielder's choice at first, and not. I think it was. Hill, Derek Hill at second. Him or
Smart,
Stott.
heady.
Yeah, and honestly, I actually don't think he
Did
do it on purpose. Yeah, I think the umpire got it wrong.
And then I seen another.
it
It wasn't an ABS thing. It was a challenge though. And a ball was hit to like right. I forget who was playing. Ball was hit to right field, and it comes in, and the guy overslid the bag, but the fielder had put a tag on him, and the umpire said the dude pushed him off the bag, and that's why the guy didn't even friggin' touch him. He just like tapped him, and he said he pushed him off the bag. And that's what caused them to go over the bag, and they ruled them. I forget who was playing.
As they say, you think you've seen it all,
Mm-hmm.
and they show you something else.
It was good for Sanchez getting out of that game. He needed it.
Yeah, got a big ground ball there. But it was tense watching our boy Turner charge in and gun into Harper, man. And dude, earlier today, Kiko Alonso, not Kiko, yeah,
Kiko Alonso.
Kiko Alonso, I know, Pete Alonso, man. I was watching the Braves Orioles game, and that dude saved runs in the first inning, big time. He's a guy we keep talking about. Who could we add? If we would have him 2 years ago play first base and have Harper out in the outfield, that looks like a lot better team. I don't think there's a person who can really push Harper off first base. I think that was the opportunity to do it.
Merconius can run a little bit. I never realized that.
Oh, safe. Yeah.
Who's safe?
So
He's
his
young.
young legs.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to guys we can acquire, I don't think there's going to be anyone who's going to be playing first base. Right?
No, and I don't really. I think there was the Christian Walker talk. I don't really know who, to your point, who would even warrant that move, right?
Right. Well,
Yes,
the name that was mentioned on the Philly show, Ruben Amaro, Tazlek, and Salisbury, was Arise. And is Arise a big enough name to move Harper off? And I say no. But the thing with Arise is he does change the lineup since he's 22 walks, 18 strikeouts as of Friday. So he's a guy that you know is going to put it in play.
right.
Which would change a lot. But
Right.
the third base thing, the shortstop thing, and And here's a good thing with Arise, because we talked about this before at Wilson Contreras. With Arise, it's a rental, so Harper will truly play the outfield for only a few months. That's the benefit with Arise compared to these other, well, compared to Wilson Contreras, who was 2 years and obviously better, right? But Arise, we can get off and we can move Harper back to first base in 6 months.
And when you think about that option, right? What are you really talking about? It's like you're trading the production of Arias for what? Rinconez and Hill, Rinconez, Crawley, because
Yeah.
one of those
Right.
guys are getting less looks, right?
Right. Rinconez,
Yeah.
whatever. You're getting rid of the right field platoon,
Yeah.
right field platoon, and you put Harper out there.
He's got a
Or do you put him in
363 on
left?
base percentage, right? So right off the bat, he's got a high on base percentage, and you're bringing him onto a team that has the worst on base percentage in the league. So
Right,
that's
right
a
off
pretty,
the
it's a
bat.
pretty good fit.
Yeah,
You need
right
base
off the
runners.
bat.
Yeah.
And I don't think he will cost a lot. Right?
Wow. I think he was on a 1-year deal, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's done after this year.
Yeah.
And he's a funky fit. You know, like a lot of people don't like him because he puts it in play so much and he doesn't get walked. He doesn't
Yeah.
help our walking problem, but he
Right.
does. But half our team doesn't walk and strikes out. At least he doesn't strike out.
No, but that's the thing. He does the stuff that analytics is like against. He moves
Right.
guys over
Right,
when he's making productive outs.
right.
And his defense, at least earlier in the year, was a lot better this year, too.
And he's a guy. He low key. This is big thinking. This is best case scenario. Well, let's say he's playing well. You put him as a two hole guy. Now you can let Turner go back to stealing bases, and then once it gets to Harper at 3, now you stay put.
That would be interesting. That would be interesting.
And I didn't love it before, but now we kind of thought it out. You know,
I just think it simplifies the game. It's a guy that's going to break those strikeout streaks, right? I think
Right,
that
exactly,
aspect is
exactly.
nice.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But he can. I mean, if you get rid of Bone for a relief pitcher, then you can plug him at third.
Where is he batting in the lineup for the Giants? Do you guys know? Trying to look up as we're talking here.
I think he was like their 3-hitter.
Is he? And the reason I ask is because I would wonder if, because I know they're going to be running models on this, like, does his selectivity at the plate, how does that going to impact the guys behind him, right? Like all that stuff too. Like that would be.
He's batting leadoff. He batted leadoff.
Oh, yeah, he batted lead off today.
Yeah, he's been
Okay.
batting leadoff this weekend, it looks like.
All right. I mean, they stink.
323.
They stink. So you're not like, it's not like you're saying you're getting the leadoff hitter of a good team, but
Yeah, but they're a
he's a leadoff
young,
hitter though. He's a leadoff hitter. That's good.
yeah, and they're a progressive team, so they're probably batting their best batter leadoff.
Right. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, he's got a 3 WAR already. He leads their team in WAR.
So are we low key team Arise? Like, because it seems like we don't gotta get rid of Painter or Miller in that deal whatsoever.
Oh no. I don't think you're gonna give. I don't even know if you got to give a top 10 prospect for that. I don't know.
Yeah, I was definitely not top 5. I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe borderline 10.
Right.
So you guys think my guy Brian Racone is too much?
But who knows? Philly's top 10 guys could be friggin' 30th in most organizations.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Right. So we might have to stretch it a little bit because of that. I don't know, man. I mean, you really don't want to give too high of a prospect for a
Oh, there goes Snuff.
Luis Arise rental.
You see that?
No, what was it?
Snuff's at the game.
They showed him on ESPN or Peacock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's at the game?
Snuff.
Oh, nice. Skinny Joey.
No.
From Skinny Joey's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know he's not Skinny Joey. Sorry, when you're saying I'm thinking a baseball guy, my brain was not computing. That's
Dude,
literally
so-
the guy we were just talking about.
So Friday night, when I went out, I was on the beach, and then I went out, and I seen the hats they have on. I'm like, dude, I knew it had a buzz on, but I thought I was seeing shit when I seen these giant logos on the hats.
What with the P's?
The alumni weekend hat.
Yeah, and the Yankees one.
I like the hats.
Actually,
Did
speaking
you
of the
did
hat,
you watch any of that today?
The Hall of
No,
Fame stuff.
Hall of Fame
I missed
inductions.
I watched a little bit of Beltran's speech, but I didn't watch too much.
Yeah, I watched Jeff Kent's. I didn't get to see Beltran yet. I watched Andrew Jones on like a excerpt of it on Twitter. I'll go back and watch it.
I'm going to pull up something for you guys. I'm going to see if you're interested in this. So I almost did a little surprise, but I was like, you know what? Let's not surprise when I
Nice.
can. I got a hot take.
All right, so 4 innings took a little under 2 hours.
Let's see here.
What's your
Yeah, I feel
hot
like this
take?
game is moving a little slow. But
Oh,
also, I
right.
forgot it started 28th or 7.
True.
So let me just pull this up here. Give me a second.
Today was the most Hall of Famers they had at the ceremony ever. There were 60 of them there.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
That's crazy that they have that tracked.
And there was freaking Pat Gillick. He's in a wheelchair.
Is he really?
They rolled him out, yeah. Rod Carew was still there. He needed help coming out.
That's funny because I'm off not this week, the following week. And we're thinking about like where we want to go. And New England is one of the options. And I was thinking, do we stop there on the way up just to kind of like, you know?
That's what my parents did for their anniversary. They went up or for their honeymoon. They went
Really?
up to like New England stuff, and then they stopped at Cooperstown.
That's awesome. That's a good idea.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
So, similar thought process there. So hold on, let me pull this up here. So my hot take is this. I think the meatball sandwich is Wawa's best item.
Oh, I've always. I mean,
Oh, you agree?
well, first of all, I'm not a big lunch meat guy, so I'm already leaning towards the meatball.
Yeah, but they have
But
a
yeah.
million other things.
Yeah, so I love the meatball sandwich, bro. I think it's a
Okay.
great item.
right.
I can tell you back in high school, and I know recipes change. I think the meatball's been pretty consistent the last 20, 25 years there as well. I think it's been the same kind of sandwich. You know, their chicken sandwiches have changed.
Yeah.
A lot of things have changed with Wawa. Their meatball's been Mr. Consistent. It's the same now as it was in 2010.
I had a meatball, American cheese, and guess what I did? I added pepperoni.
Okay, big
It was
dog.
phenomenal.
I sometimes
It's
add
legitimately
bacon.
good.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I sometimes add bacon, little crunch on it.
Love that.
But yeah, that was a classic for me. Like I said, I was a busboy down Wildwood at Schellingers. I would get done, walk home, like a mile home. I would stop at the Wawa that was on 6th in New York, 3rd in New York, whatever that is now, the beach chair place. And I got a $5 foot long meatball sub 4 hours, 7 days of a week, around 10 o'clock at night, midnight.
Yeah.
It was my life.
No, it was really good. And I'm like, you know what? I think this might be their best thing. My
Yeah, I
only
kinda want one now.
criticism would be
I don't know if I
maybe-
ever had their meatball.
Wow. We got to change that. So this before we'll go back to that. But do you guys like this hat? Because I almost got everybody this hat.
I like that hat. I think it's
Okay.
sick.
All right.
Yeah.
Because do you the snapback one? I felt like just do that because you don't have to worry about the sizes or anything. Are you guys cool with that?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
All right. I was gonna do like a little red corner order for everybody.
Yeah, I'm
I
down.
figured, get them Field of Dreams, celebrate, one in Rome. Cool.
Yeah.
Is that the hat they're wearing for that?
Yeah, this is the official Field of Dreams hat. Look, it's pretty sharp.
I'll be right back. I gotta put a kid to bed.
Take your time.
We heard the daddy.
Oh, so here's an interesting comment. So the chicken parm sub is way better than the meatball sub. I disagree.
Nah, the chicken parm sub is made with the chicken fingers. Now there was a time and a place back in the 2000 and 2007 where Wawa had an extraordinary barbecue chicken sandwich. But then they made
Barbecue chicken?
They had you would get the chicken patty, you get the barbecue sauce, you get the bacon. It was a big barbecue cheddar chicken patty sandwich. They got rid of the chicken patties, those fried chicken patties, and they went to the chicken fingers, and it's been a disaster.
Got it.
OGs know.
Interesting. So when you're saying barbecue, you don't mean like barbecue sauce, right?
No, I'm talking about getting the grilled or the fried chicken patty.
I'm with you.
With the barbecue sauce on top, the bacon and cheddar.
Okay, so you are talking about barbecue sauce. I got you.
Yes.
I thought you were calling
on a Kaiser,
chicken,
and then it came on a Kaiser. And then you get it on the Kaiser, and that sandwich is. I don't know. Maybe it's different now. I got to circle back. I know. No offense to all my Wawa OGs, but those chicken sandwiches used to be the best.
Here's something for you. Why don't you spend a little time talking about your paper route? I know everyone loves the paper boy.
Yo, so
yeah,
tomorrow, you guys seen all the locations that we're in. Tomorrow you can find the paper route. Will be in Bridesburg. I Need Coffee. We'll be in Renzi's tomorrow. We will be in the Fishtown Record Exchange tomorrow. We'll be in Revolution Coffee. We'll be in a couple other. We'll be in Bagel Depot. We'll be in Owens Cafe. We'll be at Charles Ganewski's doctor's office at Allegheny and Salmon. We'll be at the doctor's office at 2400 or 2300 York Street. The Dr. Popovich's office. We'll be in that office. We'll be at Garrison's tomorrow morning. That's located in Fishtown at Gordon and Memphis Street. So, yeah, tomorrow morning we're making the rounds. I start early. I hit everywhere up between 6 and 8:30, and then I stop for business, and then I resume around 3 o'clock and get a couple spots that open later. Because a lot of the bars, the barber shops are opening after 9 a.m. We'll be at Rich's Barbershop by Mike, which is at Ontario Street across from Three Brothers there in Portland. We'll be there tomorrow by 10 a.m. So yeah, ton of spots, and yeah, ton of content, ton of pictures, and yeah, Edition 2 is fire. Edition 2 is absolutely fire. Shout out to everyone who was a part of it. We have Kevin McCormick's
what's going on here? Sorry,
making his debut, writing a piece. I got a story. There's the trivia, the crossword was increased another level. Yeah, it's good stuff. And they're legit. They're nice. Like, they're nice papers. You're going to want to come check these out. The coloring's good. Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool paper.
How many outs are there?
There's one.
Okay.
So I was telling a guy yesterday about the story from last week's issue with the chicken wings.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy who's very close with that family who that story is about, he had no idea about it, and he knows Heppy as like the coach and all. He never heard that story. He was cracking up.
No way. That's great. I'm
Yeah.
happy.
And he actually, I have to get him in touch with you about the. He does like a lot of neighborhood. I got a book here if you want it. He wrote
Good.
it. He used to write for the Washington Post.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Wow.
so he has like a lot of like old school like Flatiron stories.
Cool. He got a. Was he able to get a physical edition of the first edition of the Red Corner Weekly?
Get it in.
No, so he lives down in D.C. So,
Damn. All right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to
he
figure out
just
how
comes
can
up
get
every once in a while.
Does he still write? Maybe he wants to do a guest.
Yeah, I told him. I said I
Yeah.
would reach out, but yeah, he would definitely do something.
Yeah,
Oh,
that'd
that'd
be
be
sick.
awesome.
Especially like you said, something insightful and informative about the old neighborhood. It's
Yeah,
exactly what
and he
we
already
want.
wrote a book about it. It's called
Oh,
"The
so
Good of Order."
So he's good to go. He has a bunch of stuff he can go work on.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
read that. And Bruce, to confirm, yes, we were just talking about Wawa, but I wanted to go back to that. So funny conversation about the chicken wing. So we're referencing the article in the first issue of the Red Corner Weekly, right? The Red Corner Weekly is our physical newsletter that is distributed weekly to bars, restaurants, etc. in the Philadelphia, South Jersey, Jersey Shore locations. Now, Slim wrote an awesome article for the first issue. Actually, his second issue article was even better. But going back to his first one, there was a really funny old school story about a kid that had chicken wings in his glove. I'm not going to ruin the whole story. Now, two things. I've had a lot of people reach out to me and think it was one of you two who was the kid. And I've been kind of keeping my lips tied on that. So we've had a lot of people reach out to that. The other thing is going back to Amanda Yoa, we've had a lot of people that have reached out and given a lot of really good feedback on her on the show. So those two things I've been meaning to bring up, that people have been reaching out and giving feedback. So this is working, right? This is what we want. We're trying to get everyone involved, engaged. Do we put that online? So Phillies Fridays in the chat. Question is, do you guys put that online, or is it? So it is print only Phillies Friday, and the intention there, brother, is to incentivize people to go out there, check out these businesses and just read an old school little newsletter. But if you want, send us a DM on one of our socials, brother, and we can figure out where you're at, and maybe we can get a location near you. So,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, time and patience, especially for those one neighborhood at a time. We're conquering the ones we can reach for now down here in the River War section, the South Jersey section, the Jersey Shore sections. But in time, like you guys seen it, we did 100 straight episodes. We'll have 100 straight editions, and locations will be expanding to the Northeast and the greater Philadelphia areas. There's no doubt about it. So Phillies Friday, thank you for always hanging out. You're the man, and we'll definitely save one for you. But in the meantime, if you do get a chance, if you know you're going to be in Philly, check out one of these spots, especially some of these spots you can grab a good little sandwich, take it to the game with you, So I definitely, or even if you want to plan a haircut at some of these spots or whatever, the place where Mike's Barbershop, you can get a whole beautiful, I get a whole makeover. It's the prestige package. You can be there. You can read the paper, hang out. There's always neighborhood folks there. It's a cool vibe. And then same thing with all these delis, small provisions, all these spots that help us with our distribution.
dude, perfect world. Yeah, no, go Bones.
Primo's this week.
Right,
Poor
the Fresh
Richmond.
Works.
It's getting interesting here.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder what's going on with Sanchez lately, man. This isn't good.
It's been a theme, bro. I mean, you don't want to discount people. There's Brian, like Bonzi Jones said, what if the pitchers don't pitch? And that's what's happening right here.
Too? Jesus.
And the Fresh Works is another spot. So if you're going down to the game, you can stop at the Fresh Works, get great food. You can even take it to go, frankly. And if you're like, yo, I'm going down the game, they'll probably double wrap it for you. Make sure it stays nice and hot. or subs.
Absolutely. Fresh Works is phenomenal. It's funny. Everyone, we were talking last week during the live in studio watch along. Everyone was raving about the buffalo chicken cheesesteaks for Fresh Works. Everyone was like, Doug was talking about that. Honestly, a perfect world for this newsletter is this, right? It's just creating a habit, right? A behavior. If your weekly spot right now is to grab a coffee, grab some bagels, whatever on the weekend, add this to your routine. Start going to your local spots, grab a coffee, grab a sandwich, grab some donuts for your family, whatever, and pick up one of our editions.
What does everybody make of? So I love chicken parms, and we see cheesesteaks are dominating. But it seems like chicken parms starting to swing as like America's top favorite dish. And have you guys seen the chicken parms where they lay out the fried cutlets and then they pour the gravy with the mozzarella sauce on top? You know, they don't do it. They don't do it in the pan. They do it post. So they'll serve you the cutlet in front of you, and then they'll pour the sauce and cheese on top.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
I haven't experienced that yet.
So, question being, what was your question? Is chicken parm the new?
What do you think? What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about that pouring aspect? Like, do you guys think it's just like the mozzarella stick pour for visuals?
Yeah, 100%.
Or do you think there's some? Do you think it's a fresher cutlet?
I think it's probably a social media thing. I like chicken parm. That's my stance on chicken parm. I'm a chicken parm guy.
I was actually thinking about making chicken parm this week. So I got some. I made some meatballs the other day, some sauce. When did I do that? Wednesday.
Well, what about
I think I did that. So I was thinking about making chicken parm this week, using that sauce up.
Have you guys ventured with the vodka sauce chicken parms that are out there?
Yeah. Love it. Yeah, that's on fire. So where I'm at, the drunken, right? That's like the grandma drunken. That's huge. It's everywhere.
And I had the Fuego ones, the spicy chicken parms.
What's that? Oh, Fuego. Yeah. Yeah, I love a little spice.
Little Diablo.
Yeah.
OG's got a good chicken parm.
Their food looks good, man. Their food looks really good. It's a shame that Slim got the rejection.
Yeah, man, it's a shame. We'll have to circle back. They're not getting a cent though.
No, we're not. That's one thing. We are spiteful mofos. That's one.
Oh
thing.
yeah.
Now we got enough. We got enough love.
One chance. Get one chance. That's it.
Yeah, honestly, and we talked about this with Amanda, and who owns a business and runs a business. If we're dealing with these businesses and they're a pain in the ass with communication, we can't do it.
Yeah,
we got to be adults. We got to be adults.
Too much time.
Yeah, there's just way too much back and forth.
All right, we kind of got out of that. Thank God we got all these runs, man.
Yeah, but now we're in one swing of the bat territory.
Yep.
I had a question. I can't think of what the hell it was. Oh, this is what I wanted to do. Right here, baby.
What's that?
I'm going to rip a pack. So, what do you think we should do? If a Phillies player comes out, well, what should we do for the chat?
If a Phillies player comes out, we should send the chat. They should get I kind of want to say, you name it game.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Well, I mean that could get scary.
Well, regular season game. I mean, you can't get that scary.
Oh, tickets.
Yeah.
Tickets. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. Tickets.
What? Next week?
There you go.
Talking about next week?
No, I'm about to open a pack of cards here.
Oh.
If a Phillies player comes out, chat's winning something.
They're getting tickets to a game they can pick.
Yeah. Oh shit. They're getting tickets.
Nah.
First one.
Very first one. Cool Crushers. We got
no way.
Harper and Schwarber. It's probably hard to see.
Wow,
Yeah,
you
you
got
can't
both
see
of them.
shit.
You see it?
That's hilarious. I was just going to say, what are the odds? Back-to-back shows. There's.
Let's go some of the other players here. So chat. So we'll
That
do.
was
So you
quick.
do a raffle. What we'll do is we'll follow up. We'll do those live videos. Bones. Everyone that's in the chat tonight, we'll do one of those raffles, and then they'll get tickets.
Imagine you bought the pack of cards you bought was a Phillies pack and you didn't even know it.
That would have been hilarious. Look at this. We know this guy, Kyle Backus.
Just
Sorry,
got called back up, right?
Yeah. Trying to do it where you could see it. It's hard.
Yeah.
Let's see any good cards here. Yeah, that was the goodie. This is a cool card with Gunnar Henderson, refractor. Very cool. That's one thing we never brought to life, man. Having a card, bro.
Nah,
That's disappointing.
too much.
Disappointing. Is that? What do you think that is, Slim?
It's hard, time consuming. It's kind of like
No, I'm talking about having a card, bro, that could come on the show. Remember how we could never find that card, bro?
yeah, because they're not really sports fans. Maybe some of them they're more just like into the card thing.
I got
I think
you.
that's what happens. I don't really think. I think they got a whole. They're playing a whole different game, And then, and then they're not going to see Then we haven't met any that see the big picture. They just see buy, sell, or hold.
Right.
Trade.
Yeah, it's almost like it's just like a transactional thing for them, right?
Right.
That's a good call.
Yeah, dude, we've been around a lot of different fucking people.
Yeah.
Excuse the F-bomb.
This is France. Here's a topic. The World Cup was just here, right? And the gentleman, Jimmy King, who's all over on the internet, he's a good dude. He's a friend of, I've had some, interaction with him online. He's a cool dude. He was, honestly, the city should be paying that dude something for spreading the word of that World Cup. I don't know if they are or not. But
Right.
long-winded way of asking this question. Do you guys think soccer will be more popular in Philadelphia in 5 years than it is now? I try to be fair with this.
So
I think it's actually pretty popular already.
Well, I
Philly.
said more popular.
more popular than what it is
Right.
now. I say yes. I do say yes.
Okay.
Um,
I think it's hard not to argue. I think it's hard to argue that there's not going to have any impact, right? I guess the question that I'm asking is, to your point, Bones, there is obviously a soccer audience out there, right? And I think it's definitely bigger now than it was 10 years ago, right? I think that's a good window to talk.
Yeah.
But the question is, how meaningful of a market share are they gaining from people like us three, right?
right. None.
And I wonder if that will happen.
Right. So if you talk about it like that, I don't think it really is growing. If you talk about it like I think because I do think Philadelphia, they have a little bit of a soccer history. We had a lot of fun last time, and really the kid Kevin Sullivan, who's with Manchester United. He's going to be one of the guys that's going to be featured on this men's USA team.
He's a Fishtown dude, right?
Exactly.
His grandparents were. He's not.
Right. But long story short, he's connected to the city, South Philly. If that kid is legit, and it seems like he is, he's going to be playing with Manchester United soon, or probably with Team USA. I don't know the timeline, 4, 6, 8 years tops, but probably way before that. That's going to generate local buzz. So you got to handicap that.
Are you all looking for any more podcasters? Steve, thank you for reaching out. So elaborate on what we're always looking for people interested in being part of the family, right? So we have a couple people that we call like the Red Corner Universe, the RCU is a kind of a cheesy way of just kind of going about it. We do have some people that pop in here and there, but we don't have like a rotating panel. But there's always ways to get involved behind the scenes, Steve. So what I'll say. Shoot us a DM. Obviously, our socials are floating below, and we'll see what you have going on, and then maybe we can work something out. Thank you for your interest, brother.
So, I think
Soccer.
like soccer is kind of like I think it's popular already, like playing wise. The audience, I don't know how much, but obviously, like there's tons of youth soccer leagues in the city, and they got. I mean, like all summer they're traveling all over the world, or go all over the country.
Right.
Like my cousin was just playing in Wichita, Kansas, 2 weeks ago.
Right. I heard about that tournament out there.
And then another team, they were just out in Colorado last week, a girls' team.
Oh, look, I'm not being the guy that's acting like soccer's not huge. It's obviously probably the biggest sport in the world, right? I'm more so saying, like, is there a chance that soccer overtakes hockey? I think that's the conversation I'm having.
No.
I say yes. I say yes.
So. Well, and Flyers dudes are diehards.
Yeah, but eventually I think there's a chance that it can take over hockey. I do.
And also, even though they're called the Philadelphia Union, they're not in Philadelphia, right? So it's not like in the heart of like all that the sporting events here.
Do you think that impacts them?
And they're not even on TV anymore, right? They're just on Apple. They're not on regular TV. They're just on Apple TV.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Well, it's never going to be the number one sport. There's just not a passion. Well, if it's going to be bigger in hockey, I lean no, because we see the NIL money going in hockey, and we're seeing it going towards in the state with Penn State with that one kid they just had. How big is college soccer? I think it's smaller than college hockey.
See, I don't even have an opinion on that. I guess one way that I look at, there you go, nice stolen bag. Harper stole third, nice. The way I look
at ways to measure it.
This is the way I measure it, right? If 2012 out of every 100 kids in high school, there was 11 soccer fans, and I'm saying fans, right? In 2028, maybe that number's 16, right? Like, are we? How much more fans are we getting every 10 years? That's the way I look at it. Dude, the Union, I've never been to a Union game. Do they sell out?
Like, yeah, and I don't think they're really getting. It's tough because it's even me as like I would say I'm almost trying to become a soccer fan, but then I'm not interested in the MLS.
You know what we got to do? Me and you.
Like the MLS hurts the growth.
We got to go, and I'll ask Nick because this will be fun. We'll go to one of these soccer bars in Philly on a big match, and we'll bet on a game, like a Sunday, like 9 a.m. or something, 10 a.m. That'll be fun.
Sounds good, but it's what happens is they get smoked with the money lines are outrageous. So we need a good game where we get a good dog or a good even match. Because if not, then now we're laying like -300, -400.
Go out on Boxing Day, ain't that's like a huge soccer thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we should experience a Boxing Day. Or probably made us hate it. They're like, oh, that they weren't the real soccer fans.
And that's Landon Donovan was actually like talking about it like after the game, after when U.S. lost, how these other countries, it's like soccer is like priority there, and the way college is, they don't really funnel like awesome soccer players in the U.S. where other countries they're there at these academies when they're like 13 years old.
It's that, and it's just the immersiveness. Like your uncle plays soccer, everyone's playing soccer, everybody knows soccer. They grow up with soccer. It's everywhere.
Right. Welcome to the soccer podcast here, folks.
All right, Captain Remuto. Can we get some runs back? 2 outs. We got a full count.
Steve, you said you messaged me on X. All right, so thank you. Yeah, so like I said, there will be different type of opportunities. I don't know if you have any writing experience, but if we can make something work, we'll try to make something work, brother. Thanks for the interest. Seriously. And honestly, let me say this sincerely. There was a lot of people that reached out on our message, in our DMs, because we just posted about the guest writers. And this is sincerely. Thank you for everyone that reached out, because I know there's a lot of people that we had too many people that reached out and we had all the spots filled. So all the people that reached out, we sincerely appreciate that. Thank you. And if you noticed, you got a response from us, because that's how we do it. We're not going to ghost you. If you took the time to reach out to us, we're going to reach out to you and let you know that we're full. So thank you for that.
Yeah, and for anyone who likes to write, jump on Twitter, follow us, interact on there, and then we'll take it from there. Right? Just like we're doing on 100%. Twitter and stuff. So jump on, get on social media, interact, and then next thing you know, there will be Wally Pips out there. You could be Wally Pip for the red corner.
Oh, hopefully none of us get Wally pipped.
And we got the interns, like Chris has like interns. And we have somebody else that reached out because Frank, the intern, he was done with us, so
right.
His internship was up.
Yeah, he's back at college.
He was looking for money. Yeah, get in line, brother.
Exactly. James in the chat loves soccer, apparently. Who gives an F about soccer? Listen, James, there's a lot of people that care about soccer, brother. A lot of people.
Oh, they're showing the field. I wonder if Chris will be on here.
Showing the field. Oh, there's Victor Anthony. That's hilarious. I should be. Let's watch this live. I have to be somewhere. I was sweating bullets, though.
Yeah.
I'm not in the background there. This lady, I was right there when she was talking right next to her.
Chris was photoshopped himself in the pictures he posted. He wasn't really there. We got the video evidence.
You guys know off camera what I was dealing with. They get that camera away from me that day. The camera usually finds me, man. But I was going through it. Can't even lie.
Oh, so apparently the Philadelphia Union is only on Apple TV. So you're right.
Bones knows.
Bones knows. Put that hashtag in the chat. Getting a lot of good feedback on your Roy Campanella video earlier. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Very good one. Yeah. I like that one.
Remember?
This is Steve G. Is this Steve G?
No.
Whoop.
Remember the me and Slim's original podcast? We did the top 20 Philly athletes. Born in Philly.
Oh, he was on there.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Number 1, Wilt Chamberlain. Right?
Yeah.
Number 1, Wilt Chamberlain. Let me see who else. Yeah. Did you guys count Kobe?
Did we? Yeah, we did. Even though.
You did?
Yeah.
So Kobe's got to be top 5, right?
Yeah.
So who else? So Kobe. Man, this is harder than I thought it would be. Philly athletes. So you guys were fair with the location, right? So Roy Campanella, he was one.
Yeah.
Jameer Nelson.
No.
No, why? Because you didn't count Chester.
No, I don't think we counted Kobe then.
Okay.
To be honest with you, I might still have the list. I gotta find that.
Who else? Jeez.
B-Hop.
B-Hop's got to be on there for sure. Yeah, born in Philly.
Herb Adderley, who's a cornerback for, I think the Packers and Dallas.
Right.
Hall of Famer.
Right.
He just got in the Hall of Fame a couple years ago.
That's a good one. Oh, Rich Gannon. He's got to be on there. Rich Gannon's not on there?
No,
How?
wasn't on there.
All right. Um,
There was some lineman from the Cowboys during the 90s.
that was from
He was
Philly.
on there. Yeah. I forget his name.
I bet you there's some old time Philly, like Eagles rather, that were all from the Philly area.
Bucko Kilroy.
Bucko
He's from
Kilroy.
St. Anne's.
Yeah. Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Trying to think.
Was he on the list?
Yeah.
Nice. Gene Banks?
No.
So basically you were measuring it off of their professional success, right?
Yeah.
I gotcha. That's fair.
Yeah, me, Chris. I think Ryan Black did one too.
Okay. We got to get Ryan back. Yeah, good call. B-Hop in the chat there.
So it was funny. The other they were down at the campground last week when we were doing the watch along.
Yeah.
So the next day, Tuesday, they're watching Melanie's just sitting there watching all like the old YouTube or old clips.
Nice.
And that interview came up and Carissa was like, "Is that Whitey?"
So she never even knew about it?
No.
Oh my God. That's so funny, dude. Dude, we talked about that. Like the amount of people that thought that was real. It was, dude, honestly, more people thought it was real than fake.
Yeah. I'm like, just look at the name.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't understand it.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
she didn't get it at first. I said Ryan Black, Brian White.
I can't think of more of these people on this list. What about like some of the like Rasheed Wallace? I feel like he should be on
Rasheed Wallace, yeah.
there. Yeah, he should be on there.
Yeah. Him with the Grats.
Yeah. Was Aaron McKee on there?
Aaron McKee, I don't know if he was on the list, but he was definitely
Yeah.
like
In contention.
yeah, I didn't know it going in that Joe Frazier wasn't born in Philly.
No,
He was
South
just
Carolina.
raised up here. Yeah.
Yeah. He's South Carolina. Yes, Bernard Hopkins got to be on there for sure.
Yeah.
We have a big I think Joe Lewis trained in Philly a lot too. Pretty sure. I actually have a family member who trained Joe Lewis.
Nice.
Yeah. Like a distant family member. That was a story that we always used to hear. Yo,
I'm back with the fuzz.
all good, brother.
Oh,
That is correct, Steve. They absolutely need to be more consistent on hitting. No lies
Steve,
detected.
you kind of look like a young Rudy Rudiker.
A young
that,
Rudy Rudiker? Who's that?
Yeah, looks like Sean Astin a little bit.
Oh.
Oh, Marvin Harrison.
Marvin Harrison. That's a layup. Yup.
The Cat. Katina Mobley.
Katina Mobley's from Philly?
Yeah, he went to
Oh, wait,
Doherty
no.
too.
Hold on. When you said Cat, I was thinking of Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes, Katina Mobley, absolutely.
Paul Horizon.
Villanova.
Is what's her name from? Is Billie Jean King from Philadelphia?
I don't know if
I
she's
don't
from Philly,
think
but Paul Arizin is NBA Hall of Famer. He went to Nova too.
Oh, and the other one, Tongola.
Tom Gola, yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Earl the Pearl. I forgot about him.
Earl the Pearl Monroe, yeah, good call.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
from
Chris, do you remember the guys on the list?
Damn, Earl
Nah,
Monroe
dude,
doesn't
that-
get any love at all.
Because he's
That's
considered like a New
interesting.
Yorker because of the Knicks stuff. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, he
at
did
all,
everything. He went to Syracuse, right?
Oh, is that what it is then? So they just kind of like,
Yeah, kind of like us with Joe Frazier, I guess, a bit.
I think Chris and Whitey threw Eddie Alvarez on there.
oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Eddie Alvarez is a
Heavyweight champ or middleweight champ.
all-time UFC fighter, like MMA fighter. He's a legend. He's a top 10 lightweight ever.
The Underground King, one of the
Yeah.
best brawlers the UFC's ever seen.
Yeah.
Anytime you paid money, you never got a Conor McGregor, Max Holloway situation. With
How do you all
Eddie
feel about the
Alvarez.
LeBron James? So, Steve, we actually opened the show with that, believe it or not, in one way, shape, or form.
It's
so this
funny.
this was my
Dude.
official stance on that, real quick. So I said immediately LeBron is going to be out. What the? Does he get? Oh, he's safe.
He dropped it.
Nice. Look at that. Phil's getting a little bit of luck here. So immediately LeBron alphas Embiid, right? So I love the fact that Embiid is no longer the alpha. So a lot of his antics will not be as tolerated. I don't think he'll be as comfortable being like that. And then the other things, like you said, Slim, we got LeBron's brain on the floor now.
Right.
Which we need.
And it's not going to be the situation. And did you see shout out to Greg Murphy. Greg Murphy interviewed a young LeBron James at the Palestra when they took on the Strawberry Mansion. They won like 97-54 or something. LeBron James is humble as pie, right? He says, first off, the Strawberry Mansion superstar, he's a great player. If he keeps at it, he'll be a pro one day too. I love what I'm doing. I set my guys, and we know this from LeBron from day one. He sets his guys up first. He feeds them, make sure they're comfortable, feeling well, so that they're supporting him at the end. Now that he's in the twilight of his career, he doesn't have to have that scoring burden like he did back in Miami, because that's what we saw in Miami, right?
There we
He would
go.
try to get people going, and in the fourth quarter, he would try to shy away and keep them going even more. But that exact style fits perfectly with this team. When you have multiple scoring options, a big man, a young energy player with VJ, Maxey playing off ball. Brown is going to be an interesting fit, but even Brown can be an ISO guy. Yeah, I mean, there's too many. Any double team LeBron, it's going to be great. LeBron James. Period.
Here's staying on the LeBron thing. Here's an interesting little subplot, and I'm confirming my facts here as I talk. Yes, that is correct. So LeBron has never he's been in the NBA for 23 years, right? He's never averaged less than 20 points per game his entire career. Last year he got close. He was at 20.9. Do you think this is the first year of his career where he averages less than 20?
Nah, he's getting a 20 piece.
You think he's getting a 20 piece even with all the people on this team?
Yep.
Nah, I don't see it.
He's getting a 20 piece. It's too easy. Just like he even though he's been in the league for 23 years, he plays up tempo. All right, this is the highest tempo the NBA's ever been, which makes Michael Jordan's point back in the 90s even more clear. They get 20 points. You're talking about 2 buckets and a free throw every quarter.
Right, but the counter is simple, bro. Like last year, he only averaged 20.9, and wasn't he like this third option or second option last year?
Well, that's the thing. The last like month and a half, he was like leading the team because Reeves was hurt and Doncic was out. So that's probably how he got there. He probably wasn't averaging that until that last month and a half of the season.
I think he gets 20. I mean, how low do you guys think he goes? 18?
Yeah. I don't think it. By the way, I don't think it's a crazy
now 15,
thing. If he gets 20.
16 is like disrespectful.
Well, dude, if he averages 25, no one's going to be shocked. No one's going to be shocked. Yeah, I'm just saying. Well, he averaged 25 like a year ago.
The funny thing with LeBron's this, and it happened to me. Did it happen to you, Adam? And I said no, both of you, because I sat there during when Miami versus Dallas. Devo was a Dirk guy. I was a Heat guy, right?
Mhm.
So, and then there's been times I've kind of soured on LeBron as things go on with the Lakers and other stuff. But now that he's on the Sixers, it's almost like a truth serum, right, on his whole career, right? It's like a whole you look at his whole career differently as if we never had him. He hasn't even played a game yet, and I already view him in a higher. I'm like, you know what, Slim, you've been too hard
Sorry.
on LeBron,
Pleasure.
and it's probably been
Thank you.
true because like without a doubt he's a top 5 guy. Without a doubt he's a top 5 mind. Without a doubt he should be in everybody's starting 5 of all time. And before, you could be a little devil's advocate with him. Now, when we got him, you face yourself in the mirror and you flush all that shit down the toilet.
100%. No, I think you're right. There's a lot of jabronis out there that were LeBron haters that celebrated the day he got signed here, right? And I don't even knock them to a certain extent. But look, we were talking about this earlier.
Oh, it's a litmus test. It's bad. It's bad.
Yeah, if you're like a absolute clown where you're saying that like, you hated his guts and now you're, jumping up and down, I think that's a little bit jabroni stuff. But I'm saying like if you're a guy that was critical of LeBron, I think it's normal for you now to be excited that he's on the Sixers because he's still good, right?
Right. Absolutely.
And the biggest thing is, like we talked about, it makes every game exciting to watch. Now.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And I categorize the haters as one, old heads, right? Just dudes who are like extremely out of touch and older. Even if they claim they love basketball or used to like it. And then, like you said, the people who are, if you're under 60 years old and you're hating, then you're just a low IQ sports fan or a Philadelphia sports fan. Plain and simple.
Here, this is your wheelhouse, Slim. So Mike's saying still time to make some money. Chat Sixers plus 1,000 for the finals. Damn.
Yeah. So Mike, here's my issue, and I was actually talking this to the boys at North Day, or was it you, Devo? We got to start having optionalities on these because I feel like they're going to end up. I don't know if they win it this year or next year, but I definitely feel like they win it within the next 2 years. So I don't want to front load it and get smashed this year for them to win it next year. And then on top of that, the move is this governor, right? If this governor becomes the DNC nomination, I want the governor, I want LeBron James, and I want the Sixers championship stuff. I want to take it all every which way. Yup, in a parlay. Exactly.
So the Sixers are plus 1,000 to win the finals.
Yep.
Are they got to be top 3, right? Odds?
4, I think.
Wow.
With that right there, I would look at
Thunder, Spurs, Knicks, Sixers.
That's fair.
I would look at the plus 380 even for the conference, because we're talking about the first round of the playoffs, which we've seen it's usually an absolute joke. They haven't won round 2 in forever, so that's going to be the round. So if you keep smashing, let's say every week you put $60, let's say you put, who knows, whatever you want, and you keep reloading that, it's going to fluctuate throughout the season, but they shouldn't make the Eastern Conference Finals, and then you're going to have a ticket. Let's say you ended up throughout the whole year, put $1,000 down. You're going to have a ticket that's going to be worth like $5,000, and you're going to have all types of things to play with for each game there. So I think the Eastern Conference Finals for plus 350 is the way to go, and keep adding to it throughout the season as it fluctuates.
Bones, not to put you on the spot, but you would be the one that probably would know this. NBA playoffs. Does it reseed?
No, they don't do that no more.
They
got rid of the
reseeding
reseed
anymore.
Damn.
Okay, I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember because this becomes very interesting then, right? Because part of the allure from LeBron's camp was because the East is an easier path to the finals, right?
Yeah.
So now, to your point, Slim, we don't want to face the Knicks in the second round, right? Because that's Sixers. That's the luck that we get.
Yeah.
So we want to win in the regular season. We want to have a high seed so we don't I'm trying to do the math in my head. So if we're a 2 seed, there would be no way we would face them until the Eastern Conference Finals, basically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Right.
one.
Right. So
Yeah.
we want to be 1 or 2 seed is the moral of the story.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then back to what I was saying, if we think they're going to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, and I think both. I don't know. I think both are definitely in play. And then if you can do it now, and if they get to the championship, Good Lord.
Right.
So I was talking this yesterday. This is like equivalent to Pete Rose signing with the Phillies.
Yeah, that's good comp. That's a great comp. Yeah.
Like somebody like gets them over the hump.
Yeah, teach
Yeah.
them how to win a little later in their career.
Yeah.
Record time.
Yeah, that's a money comp, honestly, in every way, right? Because Pete had already won the World Series at that point. He was probably like 40, right? He's probably high 30s.
LeBron, like if he brings the championship
Now,
within the next 2 years,
You
which
don't
I
think
think
Pete Rose was high 30s in the 80s with us?
not in
I'll
80.
bet you a chug right now at the Nortliebs, all right? I'll look it up.
How long he played till he was older, right?
yeah, he probably played until almost the
He was
late
probably
80s.
45 until he retired.
It's crazy.
So look it up right now.
So yeah, he was mid 30s.
Well, what was
Yeah.
he?
So,
I'm only going to take a W at 37.
okay,
Oh,
he
damn.
definitely wasn't 37.
Yeah, he was. He was 39. Chuck
When he
up,
played with the
baby.
Phillies?
Yeah. Dude, he was like 40 when he was here. He got to the Phillies at 38.
Damn.
I read his bio, brah.
And holy shit.
So that's a chug. That's
And
a
he played
flat iron-
another
that's a
9 years?
Flat iron lager. He
And
retired
he
when he
played
was
another
45.
9 years?
Yeah. Yeah, because the last 3 years, that's when he was gambling on the Reds while he was playing.
Yeah.
Yo, let me see. Can I get this shout out in next week? I think I can. I'll save it. I got a big special shout out coming.
After this inning, we're going to do Beast of the Week.
Beast of the Week, Slim for us for doing 9 hours of live streaming. We have honestly, we're pumping out the goddamn content, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
it's been good.
It's a great comment. Are you guys mad that there are people out there that don't care about LeBron?
I actually am mad because you don't even want to know. I'm mad.
James, I do not care.
I hate to say this, but Devo's work got harder. All of Philadelphia is on notice because now that I'm watching the Sixers, my blood pressure, my doctor's on notice. We're back in. And I love baseball because it calms me down and it's chill. The NBA, baby.
Chris will miss the first game of the season.
Yeah, so James, is there a lot of ads? Oh, yeah, the ads. I'll see if I can control that. There is like a frequency. Just skip it, bro. Just skip it. What do you want me to say?
I mean,
the longer you watch the ads, the higher the chance that Bones' children are going to private high school. That's all I'll say.
Chat, we pay for the free beers. We're putting $100 up on the bar. We can't pay for your YouTube premium too.
Yeah.
All right, this game's a crazy game.
Alec Boehm walks in a run.
Got hit.
Watch
got
us.
hit.
Yeah, watch us score like 23 runs tonight. We're here till midnight. They don't score no runs Friday, Saturday. Score 23 and win 23-6 tonight.
Yep. As I sat there by myself getting harassed by Yankees fans, they did nothing.
So what was better, Phillies game by yourself or home run derby by yourself?
The home run derby. Yeah, home run derby. Just because it was a more of a spectacle. The game by myself was fun to a certain extent. I'm so used to obviously being with you guys that it's not as fun. But
yeah, you don't get to sit and watch two slobs suck down ice cream and beers
What'd you
for
think
9 innings.
Stone Cold video.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious.
I was crying, dude. The way you were walking, it lined up with that perfect.
Ooh. That's 3 runs.
Let's go. Listen, this is big. I mean,
Scott's having a huge day, man.
A 10 plus.
Damn.
10 plus.
I
game?
forgot that Bohm was on first. I almost ate my words by saying 3 runs. Surprised he didn't stop at third.
Yeah, dude. You know why this is a kick in the pants? Because this is one of those series, just like the last one. You look back on it, it's like, yeah, you could easily have won that series, right?
Yeah.
We won game 3. It's going to be winning one game every series for weeks.
Yeah, one game and then winning the run total for the series too, right?
Right.
So you see, like the preseason tickets for the Sixers are like $300.
Yeah, I probably
That's
won't
just
be going.
that's just preseason.
That's a disgrace. Well, Eddie, our buddy, already reached out to me, that bandwagon, is trying to get me to get tickets with him. I was like, all right, yeah, I'll do it. And he was like, well, would you want to do like 10 or 15 games? Like, dude, I'm not going to freaking 15 games. I was like, I'll get a divorce if I go to 15 games.
Yeah, my wife's absolutely disgusted with the Phillies now.
Yeah.
She had, like I said, she had opportunity to go to this thing and didn't go. And I had an idea.
Disgusting.
I'm like, babe, like you don't even realize, like everyone that gets into sports reporting, they're kind of like sports fans. Like you go to these things, ask a question, and you're like the best reporter because you're truly unbiased and don't give a shit either way.
True.
So like I said, next time you're going, like you're mandated to go.
Would have been good content. Slim's wife asks tough question for to Mattingly.
Yeah.
Well, and I said you can be off screen. It can just be like Mattingly sitting there, and then we can put the caption right there.
Dude,
She's
remember
like,
when I asked that question to I had the recording
Preston.
of Preston, not Preston, Sam Fold.
Oh, Sam.
Dude, that was so funny. That was like the most embarrassed I think I ever was in my life. Because everyone around me thought I was like a dead serious reporter. My godmother's just crying, laughing.
How did you feel with the recording of it?
Well,
Like,
no one knew because I just recorded it in my pocket.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I just did the audio.
Gotcha. You just did the okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I did the audio because I had the recording in my pocket, and I just stood up and announced as the Red Corner podcast, and everyone just thought it was dead serious.
Yeah, no, next.
Yeah.
Soon. We're gonna get someone down there reporting.
He's been a follower ever since.
Yeah. We did get some followers from that.
People want the information. They want the perspective, especially coming from intelligent fans like yourself, Devo. You do a good job when you get the chance.
Thank you, brother.
Chris got a little sentimental on us.
Yeah.
trying to get us hired by the front office at the Phillies, bro. They need slim bones. Imagine we were back there in the war room.
Dude, you know
because we
I
had
thought
all
was
the numbers and we can like actually scream at each other to figure out who should be playing third base for the Phillies.
Oh, dude, yeah, 100%. I was the Brandon Marsh. Like I've been really, really struggling to not do a victory lap on him, and I guarantee you that the front office was baking into their models that he was going to come back down to earth.
Yeah,
because how quickly, and I said this earlier about like him platooning. Like I agree with you from like a pure merit standpoint. He deserves to be a platoon at this point. But like it is wild that he didn't get the length and the respect that like a guy, and I know he's not Bryce Harper, but he was an all-star this year. He's having a career year. There's a homer. And there's your boy.
Rice.
Yeah. It's just interesting to me that they went back to platoon really quick.
But what's interesting to me is the perception of these guys, because once you can't sell high on any of these guys unless you have like big cojones, right?
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Especially a guy like Marsh, who's a fan favorite, a clubhouse favorite. It's almost like you're looking for these guys, but then it becomes a double-edged sword because their intangibles really do affect dynamics.
Well, speaking of that, I mean, did the Nationals just do a big cojones trade with Meade selling high? It
Yeah,
certainly feels like it.
I think that's a nice little win-win.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they definitely need the pitching help. So
Right.
and they get early back soon.
All right, let's do Beast of the Week here because let's get that in. All right, so Beast of the Week is brought to us by Then Before Fitness. They are a small group training and a private group training facility in the Port Richmond section of Philadelphia. And we say it every week, guys. The whole point of working out there is just being better than before. The location's phenomenal. There's parking nearby. It doesn't matter if you're in the Port Richmond, Bridesburg, South Philly, South Jersey. They're right off of I-95, right? You're basically 15 minutes from everywhere where they're at. So the location's phenomenal. And the other thing about them, and I haven't really said this, I do know the owner personally. I spoke to him. The other thing is they have one of the more welcoming environments, right? And Will, he's been more active on social media now. We're reposting his stuff. He said himself that most gyms are some of the most welcoming environments in general, but they go out of their way to lean into that just so people are very comfortable regardless of their fitness level. So give them your business. Tell them we sent you. Bones, who's your Beast of the Week?
I'm going with Zach Wheeler this week. He had the one start, but he put this team in the position again to win, and they just didn't score the runs. But he had 7 innings, another 9 Ks. He fell short of the double digits for the 4th straight time, but
Right.
5 hits, 2 runs, and then it's reports coming out that he's likely going to stay longer than after next year.
Which is very exciting. Very exciting.
So and that just helps the Phillies because that's when they really turned it around when he came back. He's been dominant all year, and we talked about like the All-Star thing and all that. But especially with the way Sanchez has been pitching lately, they really needed him to have a year like this, and he showed it this week and didn't get the win for it, but another dominant performance against that lineup. What he can do with that team is just incredible.
Yeah, Slim, before you do yours, because Bones, you made me think of this with the Wheeler comment. Like, what do you think Wheeler does? Does he just start doing like one year $40 million deals with us? Like, is that what you think he does?
We saw the league was trying to go towards that, right?
Yeah.
Before Jerry's boy Bauer was like that. A few of these guys were like that.
Yeah.
And it makes a ton of sense, especially if you go back to when we were younger. Roger Clemens, remember? So
yes, good call.
We keep acting like he said he might keep playing. Doesn't mean he's going to play here.
Right. I don't even want to think about that. Yeah.
Right. And shout out to Wheeler. He just set the record selling his Soho, New York home for like $26 million.
Really?
So that, yeah.
God damn. Good for him.
Yeah, he's not playing the same game we're playing. That's so. I would have. Kudos to Wheeler. Dude's a beast for sure.
Damn.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that. I'm like, what?
Floor is yours.
Yeah, they actually, before you go, Chris, his wife was on social, like doing a thing on social media the other day. Did it on TikTok, but she said just doing it on Instagram. Next time, they were giving away Diamond Club seats, a raffle.
Oh wow! Yeah, we got to jump on that. That'd be sick to go to, especially with one of the boys. My Beast of the Week brought to you again by Then Before Fitness. Just be better than before, and this is perfect for this guy. Again, 3rd week in a row, I'm going to retire it, is Trey Turner. The last 7 days, he's batting .333, 3 homers, 6 RBIs, 7 runs scored, 2 doubles, and 3 walks. We all know the defense isn't there, but he's basically for a week there, for a little while there, was the only offensive player with an OPS above 600. So again, 3rd week in a row, due to his offense, Trey Turner's my Beast of the Week. I promise he won't be next week.
Oh. Hey, you don't promise that. You don't know.
I got a rule. After 3, you get retired. So I went Sanchez 3 times. I went Wheeler, or I went Dude, it's funny that it's been Turner, but there's nobody else.
Yeah, I tweeted over the last 30 days, there's only been one Phillies player that's had an OPS over 750. Was
Right.
him, which, if you would have heard that 2 months ago, you would have laughed, right?
100%.
But speaking of laughing, because I think that John Clark tweet about this guy, Brian De La Cruz, aka BDLC. Shout out to him. He's my beast of the week. The guy makes his Phillies
Good
debut.
call.
He was a guy that we were talking about back in March, right? We thought he was going to make the club. But look, what did he do? He didn't bitch and moan. He went down to the minors and he raked, right? He performed. So now he's getting rewarded for that. Honestly, he's a guy that I think we're going to point to in future years, future podcasts, right? Because we'll be able to point to Brian De La Cruz and say, hey, look, this guy might not make the team out of March, but if he stays around, he could be an impact bat for a week. That's all you need, right? He hit a couple knocks. This week in 5 at-bats, he had 3 hits. He had a homer. He had a walk. He had a couple nice catches out in right field. Looks like the guy's got a cannon out there, too. So shout out to Brian De La Cruz. He's my beast of the week.
Yeah, well, La Cruz, and it's his time to shine. He's making the most of it.
Keep going. I'll be right back.
All the dominoes have fallen his way, right? Garcia signing, he gets hurt, right? Garcia was bound to fall off a cliff or get hurt. He gets hurt. Roconez comes up, he's looking a little bit better, but Roconez he's not knowing you even come close to trusting. So yeah, all the pieces fell for Cruz to be here, and it seems like he's ready to respond a little bit, especially since his first game he smacked that homer.
Did anybody draft him?
Yeah.
Any of us three? Did he?
Devo did. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
So who we got coming in now?
I don't know, dude. These games with the mute has me all over the place.
Yeah, I was thinking, especially with Cruck on there, he cracks me up.
But
another dominant week in fantasy, 10-2 win.
We're in second place still, Bones.
Yeah, there's chasing Billy, that bastard.
Chasing
another level.
Chasing Ritsky Biscuits, who's been in first from beginning the all season, right?
Yeah, he's got some work to do in my work league. He's like borderline playoff guy. He's going for a 3-peat.
And if they're not in the chat, we're going to talk about them. How is our boy JR and Hunter's team? Are they in or out of the playoffs?
JR is below 500, tied this week. He's sitting at 5-8, so he'll be 5-8-1 or whatever the hell his record is.
We'll have him on in a couple weeks
to dissect that.
Yeah, post trade deadline.
I gotta make sure I clip his guaranteeing he makes the playoffs.
Hunter lost this week, but he's 10-6. He'll be 10-6.
We got to make it.
JR is only 2 games out of the playoffs.
Okay. That's alive then.
Yeah.
It's nice that we're comfortably in the playoffs, though.
Very nice. It's also nice that the Phillies are comfortably winning this game because this is a rare sight for our watch.
Dude.
Yes.
100%. 100%.
Speaking of BDLC, nice little knock there. Is that right? Yeah, Brian De La Cruz, yeah. All right, let me pull up my next Bones Nose challenge here.
This is nice because we're going to Miami, and Miami has been struggling. So we should be able to pick up some dubs.
Correct, Mitch. Very rare occurrence. These comfortable wins have been hard to come by for the Phils this year.
Is that a North guy?
Is that a North guy? I'm not sure.
Oh, that's a Philly shirt. Never mind. Let's go. What do you got for me? 1 for 1.
Hold on, let me pull it up here. Pull it up. So I got to Some of these image files get a little bit wonky. I had it up for you. Bear with me. We got to get the that road trip going for the Field of Dreams. When is that?
August 13th.
Who you got?
Otto and Reggie.
Okay, show.
Rocket Power.
Damn. So you got. So I'm gonna raise my hand. I would not have gotten both their names. I was only looking for the show. So well done. You're having a big day. You're having a big day so far.
Yeah.
Slim, be honest. Would you have gotten both of their names?
Reggie would have been tough.
Okay. So that's a no. So Otto, yes, I would have gotten. I didn't remember Reggie. I do. You know the woogity woody 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 woody. Is it woogity woody woody or is it this? Which one is it? Oh, this one. Right. All right, 2 for 2. 2 for 2.
I can't think of the other two now.
Squid.
A Squid.
Yeah. Which I think his real name was Sam, if I remember correctly. I don't even know the other guy. What's the other guy look like? Oh no, he had like the afro, right?
The afro. I thought he was like another lanky kid.
Bones having a 2 for 2 night.
He's well above 500.
Yes, it is. That's why you're our math guy.
Lars,
that's right. Well, Lars was one of their siblings, right? I think Lars was one of the siblings.
No, it says Lars Rodriguez.
So Lars was that guy? Okay. Are you guys? No, you're obviously not down the shore. You are, though, Slim, right?
Yes,
I
I
came
am.
home today.
All right, next one here, Bones.
Uh-oh. Dexter?
Correct. From
Dexter's Laboratory?
Dexter's Laboratory. All right, so you're good with the cartoons. Good. Very good. All right, so I was...
This is a wheelhouse, man. This is like our childhood.
Well, dude, I mean, you had some blind spots. So the cartoons are not a blind spot for you. So this is noted.
So I wasn't a fan of this show though.
Of the 3 shows, what was your rank them in the order so far? And remind the audience, please.
Rocket Power
Was 1. Okay.
Ren and Stimpy, I guess. I didn't even watch that, but Ren and Stimpy, and then Dexter's Laboratory.
What about you of those 3, Slim?
So, Ren and Stimpy dead last.
Really?
Yeah.
Ren and Stimpy's my 1.
None of these 3 will be one of Slim's shows, even though I know about them. I've seen them, obviously watched them as a kid. I would. Man, which one I did? I'd probably like Rocket Power 1, Dexter 2. But it's kind of close.
So Twister was the one from Rocket Power. I think that's right.
Yo, I was watching the Looney Tunes this morning. And the Looney Tunes, the first episode was Sylvester the Cat. And I couldn't believe they got real close to the edge. They did a whole episode about Sylvester going to Birds Anonymous, giving up eating birds, and they're standing up all this stuff, dude. Every episode was kind of crazy, to be honest with you.
Dude, the writing was so good, and
it was so it's so good, the whole thing. And then I'm like, all right, like I'm wondering what year It was basically around, I think, from the 50s to the one episode I watched was 58. It was Wile E. Coyote. And then I watched another Wile E. Coyote episode that was 66.
Yeah. Now the writing in Looney Tunes is phenomenal, and like it's like Muppets. Both of them are just best in class. The writers
Dude,
are,
I was
are
dying.
phenomenal.
Yeah, dude, like some of the stuff, like the dialogue, like so every character is either like a Southern person or like there's so many geographical stereotypes that they play with, and yeah, the stuff they say is hilarious.
And Daffy just nothing can ever go right for him, and he's just
I didn't see a Daffy episode. It was funny enough. I watched 2 Wile E. Coyote episodes, 1 Bugs episode, 2 Tweety Bird episodes.
It's one guy that does them all.
Really?
All the voices, yeah.
No.
I just watched a video.
That doesn't seem right.
Yeah, I just watched a video, like a reel, this week. And they basically gave him a scenario, and then they would tell him like which voice to use. Mel Blanc, there it is.
Mel Blanc,
So Mel Blanc does the voice for every single Looney Tunes character.
Most of them. Like Bugs, Daffy,
the Rooster,
Foghorn Leghorn.
I watched 6 episodes today. Holy hell!
On Tubi?
No, if you go on YouTube, you can type in. They just have like hour-long marathons, and I was up this morning, early as hell, like 6:30, and I was like, whatever. I put something stupid on. Before I officially rolled out of bed, laid in there. I guess I laid in bed for another hour and a half watching cartoons.
All right, so it says here behind the voices. Okay, so I recognize Mel Blanc. So he did the voice of Bugs, Daffy, Foghorn Leghorn,
Yosemite Sam, Porky the Pig. Telling you, he did them all.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's the whole list. Hey,
who's the whatchamacallit guy?
he did Tweety Bird too.
He was. I don't know. He didn't do that voice.
Generational run is what the kids say today.
Yeah. So he passed away in 89. So it looked like his son took over. Wow. Hey, very educational today. Very cool.
He would be a great podcast guest, right? Mel Blanc.
A phenomenal podcast guest. I was actually just thinking about like who are the best podcast guests. I always say professional wrestlers are always the best, and the worst are actors, because actors are like the least relatable, least interesting, privileged people. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
And they're just overcompensating the entire time. Like they're trying to like make themselves seem relatable, and they don't read the room, which is ironic. But wrestlers are always the best because half of them had addiction issues. It's like
they got like crazy stories, like being on the road and stuff.
It's all stories, and it doesn't even have to be the crazy stories. It can be the business side,
right?
So much stuff with the wrestling, or just with the storytelling, and the actors don't tell.
No,
they keep it very mysterious what's happening on these sets.
And musicians are hit or miss. Some of them are phenomenal. Some of them are basically glorified actor vibes.
Right. No, I mean, which musician now would you want to see interview? Like,
right.
Old school musicians, I would say can be hit or miss. Modern musicians, I don't even know who I think could handle 3 hours in a conversation.
Like that's your world, man.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. I would say some like 50 Cent would probably be very interesting. I'm just picking somebody. You don't think he'd be interesting?
No, the rapper turned business world for sure. Yeah. But 50 Cent's not like he's not truly active artist right now. He's kind of been low-key retired for 20 years.
So they had talking about wrestling, they had down at Seaport Wednesday night they had midget wrestling.
Really?
Yeah, and Woody was there. He said it was the greatest thing ever.
Was it? It was a work though, right?
What's that?
It was like it wasn't real wrestling, right?
There
Like, it
were
was-
there were
You get what I'm asking. Like, it was
Yeah.
fake, right? Okay, yeah.
yeah,
Gotcha.
but
Yeah,
they
some
were. I guess
promotion.
like they had like
Yeah.
their own little thing.
That's
No
cool.
pun.
Good for them.
He said he like took his kid there, Brendan, and they were like, "Here's how." Because I let them be boys for the night. They were sitting there like the
Screaming.
yeah, like the wrestlers were like interacting with them, and they
Cool.
said the one got up there was just like cranked out the middle finger to the crowd, and that's when they just started like,
That's funny. Taunting them.
yeah,
Yeah, that was the best part when I went as a kid. I remember Goldust came out, and who knows if he could hear us or not, but you felt like he could. And he did a great job. Like, it felt like he was making eye contact with everybody in that arena.
Yes. Hearing The Rock talk about you ever hear him? It's a famous clip of him talking about him asking for more money from Vince McMahon. You ever hear that one?
yeah,
No.
That one's
No.
great.
yeah,
How'd that go?
So basically, The Rock, it was when he was early in his career. And I'm going to butcher 20% of this. I'm going to get 80% of it right. So basically, The Rock said he wanted, I think, $2 million a year at that point. And he went to Vince McMahon and said, I want $2 million a year, because when he was just becoming big, he was hearing about some of the other wrestlers making money. And Vince McMahon basically said to him, like, well, why do you think you deserve that? This is what I want you to do. I want you to work behind the business. I'm going to give you behind the scenes. I'm going to let you sit with our CFO. I'm going to let you sit with all behind the scenes. I want you to learn the wrestling business. The Rock said, okay, I'll do that. So for 6 months, he said he learned everything about the business. And then he said he went back to Vince McMahon and he said, you're right. I understand everything that goes into it now, how to make money here. I understand the gates, all the merch. You're right. I'll take this amount. And then he said, well, Vince McMahon said to him, well, here you go. You're now making $10 million a year, because that's how valuable you are to the business now. And he said he came down, and that's when he changed his life year over year.
yeah.
So The Rock thought he was going to be getting less, and then the Vince gave him $10 million a year.
That's a great story. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how many more people have stories where they go ask for a certain amount and it gets
Right.
times by 5. But good. That's amazing.
Yes.
And 6 months ain't that long either.
No. So I guess the moral of the story was Vince knew how big he was going to become,
Yeah,
which obviously he was right.
yeah, because they get like the shirt sales and all that stuff.
Yeah.
They get like percentages of that.
And he's the biggest wrestler ever at this point, The Rock,
Yeah.
no doubt. I mean, has
Yeah,
anyone
Davey-
made more money than The Rock in entertainment in the past 15 years? Probably not.
No,
No. Kevin Hart's the second, probably. And they're in half the movies together. Stone Cold's awesome in podcasts, too.
The OG's Jesse Ventura. So
All right, so
When
we
it
are
co-
watching a baseball game here. So we are bottom of the 8th, fills up 11-4. So sweep prevention has worked so far, knock on wood. And chat, what we're going to do, because we had a lot of really great chat activity, a lot of new names and folks and faces tonight. So we had these 2 giveaways that we have, the Bryce Harper Funko Classic, and then just a nice snapback hat. Slim and Bones at the end of the show, we'll find some new names in the dual raffle, and we'll enter for the same. We'll send the video out.
this is like again a nice win, dude. Going to Miami should be winnable games, and we're going to Baltimore. They should be winnable games. So this does make me feel pretty good. Joey Votto, man, he's one of my favorite players. One of my favorite people to listen to talk baseball, man.
He's great.
He's like one of the smartest baseball guys I feel like out there.
100%. He's been making his rounds, doing different podcasts.
He's like a he's in the mold of Ted Williams, like art of hitting type, you know.
Yes.
And
yes.
he made a very great point. Give me a second. What was he talking about recently?
Now, when we're facing a team, I don't know what the Marlins did today or if they were off today. Did you guys happen
Now
to
they everyone usually plays Sunday, so they should have definitely played today.
let's see
They
here.
were on
They
the
lost
road.
5-3 to the Padres.
So they've lost 13 straight games. So does that ever scare you when you're facing a team that's lost 13 straight?
Yeah, so it's going to get buffed one eventually. It
Yeah.
does, but they're just not playing good. So even if they take one, you
Right.
should take two, right? Like we're strictly in win the series and move on mode. Get in the playoffs. Like it's when like I honestly at this point now going forward, it's kind of like win or go home. You know, like I know it's too far to say that, but it really is. We're up one game in the playoff. We're the division. We're 6 behind.
Right.
So like we have a chance there, but we got to keep winning series. If not, we can easily fall to be the first or second team out of the wild card. Right. So if you think about this in March Madness terms, we're in, but we could quickly be the first 2 to 3 out.
Yeah, I mean the Marlins aren't out of it either, which is pretty crazy.
And it scares me more when the Phillies throw up an 11th spot tonight. You go in there and they'll throw up a goose egg.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just pure fan paranoia, right? There's like, I love the fact that I'm playing a team that's lost 13 straight because it means, to your point, Slim, that they're just an absolute nosedive.
Right. Right.
A lot better than playing a team that's won 15 straight.
Right. That's what you have to just remind yourself that, aka the Red Sox.
Yep.
Baseball's crazy. These streaks are crazy. Here comes 4-hole march.
When I sat back down, I must have hit my phone, and I like went back on the game. I'm like, dude, it said the top of the 8th. I'm like, dude, I'm pretty sure this thing already happened. What the hell happened?
That's hilarious.
I had to go scroll back up.
So Zach Wheeler versus Tyler Phillips tomorrow, who we rocked last time, right?
Yeah,
it was a Sunday game, right?
Yeah, we rocked him.
Sounds like a win.
Phillips, who's having a pretty solid year so far. His strikeout numbers, Slim, are not great. But he's got a 3.5 ERA. He's giving them 10 starts, about 80 innings.
Some people on Facebook think that a rise price might be a little bit higher than I was saying. But I think that shortstop Racone, and if you add Pan, that should be able to get us a rise.
What are they thinking on Facebook? What are they saying?
This was on Twitter.
Oh, okay. I think you said Facebook. I'm sorry.
My apologies.
Okay. Well, dude, I'll listen back to some of our podcasts where it's like, you guys literally just said something, and I'm like looking in the chat, and then I'll ask it. I'm like, sounds so dumb.
I forget the hell I was going to say.
But we might have to start focusing some energy on X. Go where the momentum's going.
Yeah. So it's interesting because the way the stream works, and I don't have this down to a science, but I will say the YouTube numbers that like where it shows how many people are watching are usually not accurate. Like that's what's weird. So sometimes it'll show that we have like 25 people on YouTube. Sometimes it'll show we have like 3, 5, 6. And then when we get out of the show, there's way more that watched. So it's
think
hard.
YouTube has their algorithm overworking itself trying to identify bots and stuff, and it's just that's what it seems like. It seems like they're analyzing everyone who is watching, and they keep reassessing
Got it.
every you know what I'm saying?
100%.
It's talk about wormholes, dude.
Dude, there was a notable change in like how they do everything now. Like the shorts are different. You guys have probably seen that. Like they don't blow up like they used to. Like they're it's a dirty game.
Amanda was talking about that last week.
Yeah,
That's
she's
weird.
spot on. Yeah, the one thing that we have going for us is that it's our main hub, and we do a pretty nice job of that being the home base. Because you'll see, there's a lot of people who have a podcast that don't get any views on YouTube at all.
Right.
But here's my point of that. If you're doing a long form podcast, like that's where you want people to watch it, right? Like you're not going to have someone watch a long form podcast on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of this weird dynamic. So this is what we decided, Bone, to catch you up. Because we've had a lot of new names in the chat, a lot of people. At the end of the episode, we'll do all the names, and then we'll do 2 raffles, and then they'll win the 2 things.
Okay. End of this one.
End of this episode, yeah. So we'll do like a video like we did last time.
We made it to the ninth inning.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about doing it live. Get Slim. I'm sorry.
Okay.
We made it to the 9th inning, baby.
You're ahead of me.
So this time next year, we got him up to Cooperstown for Chase Utley's induction?
I would love that. I would absolutely love that.
Either he gets in or nobody gets in.
You're in the You're in the 9th inning.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a 1-2 count already. Oh, Jesus Christ.
So funny.
So let's play this game. Gun to the head. What do you think the biggest name player will be? What position?
That we acquire or that's moved in general in the
That we
major
acquire.
leagues?
That we acquire.
What position will they play?
Right.
They will play. Ooh.
Take your time.
The biggest one.
Biggest one. Take your time. I'm not asking
Outfield.
for the name. You know that.
Outfield.
Right? Okay. All right. So Bones, you're saying outfield.
I'll say starting pitching.
Okay. I'm going to say starting pitching as well.
I'll
So
say
we're
starting
aligned.
pitching.
Yeah, we're aligned.
I think they're a little afraid, so they doubled down. We saw Alex, our boy Alex Call, do a breakdown about investing in the offense and how that can help your team win in the playoffs, even though starting pitching gives you that baseline for the regular season. I can see the Phillies, getting a little worried about that 5th starter, going and getting a starting pitcher just to solidify that playoff berth, right?
100%. Yeah. And there's no scenario where we can afford to not walk away from the. And by the way, caveat being, if you think we're going to be, if we're buyers and if we're going for the playoffs, there's no scenario where we can leave August 3rd and not have at least a bullpen arm and a pitcher, starting pitcher. This bullpen is just not, it's not going to work.
Hell, you need a box to get a seat behind home plate.
He's actually need a box, and they're not box seats behind home plate. They're regular seats behind home plate. If you get those Diamond Club seats or those Insurance Club seats that are directly behind home plate, Those are the ones that include the waiter services, the free food, as well as some of the vouchers. You can get up to like $1,000 voucher. That's what I had when I went to that Memorial Day game Sunday with the
Family.
that rain delay game.
So trade deadline is next Monday, 6:00.
Okay.
So I was thinking about us doing a pre-recorded episode at some point this week, all on the trade deadline. How's that
I'm on
sound?
that.
That sounds
100%.
Yeah, we just kind of like just talk through a bunch of scenarios, have some fun with it. So we drop a pre-recorded episode, and then we'll obviously go live next week.
How about this? We make it the war room. You bring what your game plan would be. I'll bring what mine would be, as
Cool.
realistic as possible.
Yeah.
And then we, like we said, we'll yell till we're blue in the face.
Maybe we'll try to make it like 20, 30 minutes.
And then we'll, if anything breaks, we can go live
Yeah.
So that's true too.
like we did last year with the Ron.
Yeah, we'll go live next week too, 100%. If anything breaks, we'll go live.
I'm around to go live whenever.
Yeah.
So, and then I know we talked about post game stuff, but if something breaks, you guys are available. I'm available. Just let me know, and I can go. I'm walking around my setup in a bag.
Podcast in a bag.
Podcast in a bag.
There we go.
Have you updated our fantasy league yet? Us three? The
Oh
Phillies?
no, I got to do that. It's funny you mentioned that because I draft De La Cruz?
That's what I asked Chris when you walked away. He said you did, yeah.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that. So I'll do that soon. Dude, we need for both this World Series thing, we just need custom apps. I guess this is AI, right? Would AI be able to create an app in 5 years for us? What's it called? Gemini, Slim?
Yeah.
Yo, Gemini, create me an Apple iOS app, and here are all the rules. That's not crazy to think that could happen, right?
No, it can happen. If it can happen for sure.
All right. Well, we should do that for next year. Let's do that for our Phillies thing, and then we'll do that for the World Cup in 2030 too.
Okay. So let's look at this. Because what if we do want to drive to Iowa?
I'm in.
It has to be a weekend game, right?
It's a Thursday night.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that makes it a little bit challenging. And what is that, the 13th?
13th, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're
You
off Friday. Because they'll come back. I guess they're playing in Minnesota. The other two games. Or is it here? But anyway, they're all Friday.
Right.
I guess travel day.
Well, and that's like a 15-hour ride, right, Slim?
It's a massive ride, that's for sure.
Yeah. All right, so Phillies win.
Yeah, that's it. 11-4. Salvage one.
They improved to 57-49. Still maintain the second position of the wild card. At this point, chat, thanks for hanging out. These are always a beast. And we've been doing a lot of watch-alongs lately just because of the schedule. We'll get back to our normal scheduled programming live Sunday night, 7 o'clock, just where we usually do an hour or so, talking about the previous series, previewing. Obviously, it's going to be trade deadline coming up, right? This is probably, I don't know, a top 3 week of MLB season. It's a fun season, a fun week, right? It's a lot of fun. And this week, upcoming Saturday, August 1st, we have our watch party at Ortlib's in Northern Liberties on 3rd Street. Come hang. We got a special flat iron lager that's on tap. Drink specials there. $100 on the bar from Red Rider. So it's going to be fun. Guys, what do you got for me? Let's close it down.
Yo, Red Corner Weekly Edition 2 is hitting shelves tomorrow. Look in your local coffee shops, barber shops, delis, apartment complexes, record stores are all over. Keep interacting with all the social medias, and do me a favor, go over to Facebook and follow the Facebook page.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this week. It's like we talked about how the Red Sox and Nationals made the trade. So now it's like the ball's rolling. What teams are going to try to get out early to get for trade pieces? Let's see if the Phillies are one of them. They were last year when they traded for Duran and Bader. So let's see if they do it this week, jump out early and get ahead of everybody, because they definitely need the help.
Amen. Well said. All right, guys. So go Phils. Thank you for hanging out. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Bones, let's end it like we always do.
All right. I got a couple here today, and
Let's go.
because it's so it's like game related, and then there's transactions because it's around the deadline. Mike Schmidt appears in his 2,155th game at third base on this day, 1988. He set the new National League record for that. 07, John Lannon broke Chase Utley's hand, hit by a pitch. Remember that day? Where were you? Hit Ryan Howard, and he got ejected for it because he was like out of control.
Right.
This date, 2011, Phillies, Ryan Howard and Chase Utley homer in the 40th game. Both homer in the same game, 40th time. They broke Schmidt-Luzinski's record. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. No,
Pretty cool. And all right, so transactions on this date. Kurt Schilling was traded to the Diamondbacks for Travis Lee, Omar Dahl, Vicente Padilla, and Nelson Figueroa.
that's a haul.
That's a haul.
You don't see trades like that anymore.
They also traded Rob Ducey the same day to the Blue Jays.
Nice.
06 traded Sal Fasano
Fu Manchu.
to the Yankees. Where he shaved, and he had to shave. No, did he keep it?
No,
or
he
shave
kept it.
Yeah.
What are the odds we see a Sal Fasano mustache at Ortlieb's on Saturday?
There you go.
100%.
And then 2017, they traded for the Shaq, Pat Neshek.
The Shaq.
The lone
was good for
Phillies All-Star in 2018, right?
Oh,
Wow, that's something. That's one you gotta save, yeah.
Dude, that's who we should get on to be the car guy. He's a car collector.
Neshek is?
Yeah.
Dude, drop a line to him. We got to talk to his guy. That'd be a great one. I got some Dom Brown connects I've been trying to put together for us. I was close, but I don't want to pull the trigger too early. But yeah, Dom Brown might be in the works too. So stay tuned there.
Downtown.
I would love to talk to Dom Brown. All right. Let's close it down, boys. 3.5 hours. Go Phils.
Yeah.
We'll see it. Go ahead.
Before we close it, I think we got a stake. First off, come out to the watch party. Have yourself a flat iron lager at Ortlib's August 1st, Saturday. But lastly, I'm going to stake the flag. Are we the biggest Phillies podcast on X now? Right?
There you go.
The way they're measuring everything is it's all so exclusive. We got to get the X numbers.
All right. There you go, baby. Slim makes his claim at the end. Good night. We'll talk to you soon.